If you really want to get cheap, good pizza, you got to go to Pizza Classics
Whoa,
late
they
at
don't have
night.
cheap prices. Hell no.
No.
Okay,
Yeah, because this
he's giving me the tech. I'm sorry. Give me the tech. Give me
two
the tech.
big pizzas are like $42, but if you go late at night, like you could pay, I want to say less than $7. I used to pay like $5 and get like 4 or 5 slices of pizza because everything they have that they sell by the slice, at the end of the day, they got to get rid of it. So you just say, can I have everything by the slice?
That's why you used to give me like random shit.
Just random slices, dude. I'm like, yeah, this was $5.
Nah, let me stop. White Stone to see a classic movie to be, but too young were we for Bruce Willis.
Podcast and stuff. We just started.
Podcast begins.
I bet you I clipped already. Just
podcasting.
Yeah, I know, right? But whatever. But who am I here with today?
That's a good question.
I got 2.
You
not
go
one.
first, Kra.
Alrighty, Kra. Let's go. Let's hear it. Hey guys, it's Kra here. Coming at you live from 6222.
No, don't be. What are you doing?
San Antonio, Texas.
You talking about hypnosis?
And it's good to be here with some good friends.
Yeah.
Let's begin the day of reckoning.
Who else I got?
The solar eclipse.
I am Tennessee Fields. That's my activist name.
Oh,
I like contemporary politics and music and the occult. And we're here at Kraville, which is Kra's house. That's Kra. He went first. This is Abraham. We're on the Abraham stream, and he's going to interview us.
the stream.
This is your stream. This is your stream,
like
man.
He's so used to it. He's so used
stream.
to the Twitch vibes that he's like the stream. It's the same mic too you would use on Twitch.
Hello, same mic I would use on Twitch. Remember
Long
the
time no
Smash
see.
Brothers days?
Remember
Kra
the
was
Smash-
asking me about Smash Brothers earlier.
He did
today.
get
What
to
do you
play
feel
it.
about Smash Brothers?
Smash Brothers was literally the game that brought America together in the 90s. All right. There was this legend about Smash Bros. That said that you can get Goku if you played to an impossible amount of hours on Smash Bros. Somehow you can get a Super Saiyan Goku. And I always heard rumors about that, but I never saw it through. I think it was a lie. But if Goku was on Super Smash Bros., I think it'd be super awesome.
They did put Ryu, so it would be slightly appropriate in a vague sense.
Wait, Ryu was on Super Smash Bros.?
He's in the Smash 4, yeah, the newest one. Smash
Okay, but
4?
the one that was original 64.
Oh hell no.
So this is a popular question. I submit it to everyone. Who would win in a fight, Superman or Goku?
That's some internet shit. That's literally a classic internet question.
That is why I ask you.
I ain't got time for that Mullins bullshit. I
Yeah.
don't give that what if shit. You need to pay me, and then I will direct the show about it. But I ain't got time.
Abraham, you are the interviewer. What do you think? What do you think we should
We're
move
gonna
on
conduct
to?
this interview now.
No, it's fine. I don't give.
We're taking over, hijacking.
And I'm eating pizza. So if you want to, a lot of people hear this and they don't really watch it. Sorry, Pizza Classics.
Dude.
I'm eating that. But
Pizza Classics pizza. Eats even
I
good,
don't know, man.
twice
A lot
heated.
of people have been I think a lot of people the argument is usually Goku for various dumb reasons. I guess Super Saiyan-ness, the umpteenth power.
Uh-oh.
Shout out to the front door.
Shout out to the first distraction of the tape.
Yeah.
There are other people in the house.
This house is full of many people, so there will be beeps.
Yeah. What's good, man?
Welcome to the House of Color.
Ethan.
That is Ethan.
That was Ethan. He plays drums.
He plays drums on the keyboard sometimes.
He plays drums on the keyboard?
Yeah, I was just jamming one day on the piano, and he just kind of picked up the MIDI keyboard, and there's a patch with it with different drum sounds on it.
Damn.
And he was just bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, and just
Shout out to
that began to be
Kra's keyboard has a lot of good drum beats too. So we
No
were
one
playing
answered
earlier.
Super Saiyan Goku.
Okay,
was.
so
Do you
Super
think
Saiyan-
Superman should be in Smash Brothers?
Maybe there's a reason why we didn't answer the question, Abraham.
You asked it.
Abraham calls the shots. Abraham is correct.
Yo, but what people don't know is I'm here with the Boosh kids, dude. I'm here
Yeah,
with two
these
of
are-
the Boosh kids.
this
One
is,
of them is one of the other
We're just
original
boosting
ones.
around.
It's
you know?
27 643rds of the Boosh kids.
Yes.
So-
It's Boosh Cube.
Before Tommy Wan, I actually started with Mr. Tennessee Fields here.
Did I actually remember that? I remember when y'all were at that. I saw a show. It was you. It was Matt. But I think Tommy Wong was rapping too.
The first time I did it was with
So-
Mark.
So yeah, but
that was
there was
at
like a
Imagine
show,
Records.
man.
That
Y'all
was
were
at
like
Imagine
killing
Records.
it. Matt was like a solo trumpet player.
Those were different
Look at this
days.
guy. Look at this guy.
This is the first leaving of Kra of the set. We shall continue.
All right, Matt.
Yeah.
Why did you play with me the first time?
Why did I play with you the first time? Because you asked me to.
Sorry if I made the mic clip.
No, but I mean, what? I guess coming from the jazz background.
Oh, before I met you, I had an idea that I wanted to combine electronic, a lot of synthesis, but I thought at the time computers and composed music at the same time. So we don't necessarily compose in the way I pictured it, but it's a different thing that's a little more improvisatory that I like. But it's just, I still have my thing that I sort of picture, but Boosh Kids kind of turned into this big glad pancake shit. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I make music. Everybody else does whatever they want. That was pretty
So
much.
wait, what was this question?
I was asking, like, why did he play with me the first time? Like, him coming from a real music background.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, why? Like,
You
by the
came
time
from a
you
real music
joined-
background too, I guess.
Yes, but I mean, he plays with bands and stuff. Like, by the time you join, you already know what this is. Tommy Wong's there. The horns are there.
Yeah, I already knew what it was.
But he
Helped grow
was
it.
there when I was like, he was there before there was a Tommy Wong, before I was a Boosh Kid.
Was it like rock?
No, but I mean, like, Tomas wanted me to start playing live, so I'm slowly getting like my feet wet in there. But I was too pussy to do it by myself, so I asked him and I asked Taylor.
Did you ever play with the guitar player?
No, that was way before. Like so.
I
And then
remember a
Mark
Taylor
joined
guitar
last
player.
minute on cajon, not on drums like now, on cajon, dude.
What? So wait, Mark,
he sucked back
Mark
then, too.
predated me?
Mm-hmm.
What?
But he only did one show and that was it. He didn't actually
He
join.
planted the seed.
Yeah.
And then he left it as a
And there's
back.
voted
Shower
some
turn.
there.
But it becomes something more than it is.
Yeah. There's voted somewhere on YouTube because this is way before I had my old name ALR, but and this is before Imagine Records blew up. So like, and it's on Mark's like girlfriend's YouTube, who I couldn't even find it, so she might have deleted it because he has no attachment to me or anything. But I wish I had that footage because it's real bad. But it's like it's the first time,
The first time you ever
Yeah.
like jamming together.
Yeah. I'm just standing there, like, because it was my set weren't as intricate as they ended up being, so I'm just hitting buttons and then they do stuff and I just let the song finish and I hit another button. It was real lazy. I wear a black coat because I used to wear the hoodie when I used to rock,
Yeah, I think I remember.
Yeah.
Like that look on you. I remember you like being like this like sound tech guy that was always like either like in the box of the stage, like recording like bands, or in the computer lab of UTSA. That was like your area.
I remember you told me that you were, someone told you that to be afraid of me or something.
Oh
That
yeah.
I was scary.
Yeah, there's just some chick, and I guess she was just like,
What's that chick's name?
I don't want to call her out on Facebook.
Same Facebook. It's
Alright.
might be on
Her,
Facebook.
her name
but-
is Jessica.
Damn.
So shout out to Jessica. You're the real MVP.
I'll be honest, I didn't remember her name till you told me right now.
I'm just kidding. Jessica's not the MVP.
But yeah, Kra, you could have met Young Abe, and Young Abe made music. We would have probably made actual songs.
Yeah, I was running away from the world in a good way. It's just like, I'm gonna play saxophone and play piano, and just forget about how crazy college is. It's good. It's good. But that was a great moment. I think like one of like the best. I think my first show was UTSA Underground, and like
Oh man, that was a horrific show.
I know. I think it was
that
our
the one
first
where-
show.
Nope.
Where Pete Played
Yeah,
trumpet.
he
Yeah,
came
yeah.
in with a
You didn't
fugal
play either,
horn.
right?
No, I didn't play that day.
Dude. I remember like that was like the week I had to give up my saxophone
Oh
to
yeah.
UTSA. So like it was like the last time I had just like this $3,000 beast of an instrument, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I get to actually like use it, because like I was just doing like classical sax, like like that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and like I actually got to go like wow and like freak out on the saxophone on like your songs, and that's kind of all I really like to do, man. I was kind of just like improvising around the world and all around San
I just
Antonio.
remember that night
That's the
because-
world right now.
I remember that night because first off, yeah, it's the only time Pete played with us. I mean, he messaged us, but we don't really play no more. But he really wants to play more shows too if we're in Austin ever. But that
Yeah,
hasn't
dude.
really happened.
That was fun.
But yeah, no, Pete played there, and that's cool because I always looked at him as a G. That was the first time you played there. But
I had a looper too, dude.
oh yeah, you brought that.
The looper
yeah.
was like saving the world.
James was playing there too. But the main problem that night was like they have no sound guys, so like I had to do our own sound, and I'm mixing while I'm actually mixing my own set, and everything sounded like.
Yeah, they gave us like 2 PAs, I think. Yeah, but
We were playing in the tunnel, right?
So Matt played with me
I,
the
I
first
remember.
time.
I remember
the first
one.
UTSA Underground,
The first UTSA underground.
the real underground.
I was standing like up on the ledge.
Yeah, we're
looking
standing
down,
on the
playing.
ledge.
There were like 2 people there.
in like a work-
There were like 2 people.
Yeah, no, because there was like 30, 40 people for the
it
for
was
the.
just like a club that like announced it
there was
one
30,
day.
40 people for the people before, and then we go on, and like the thing is, we usually have like when we play for a crowd, usually like the crowd goes hype, but they just walked off before we even started, and like nobody was
They were
there.
there to see their like dancers. The
Yeah.
dancers went before us.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like so we like got embarrassed by like
You like walked out.
not
and
even the
everyone's,
music, just to like
leaving.
people
Oh my
playing with like
gosh.
iPods and shit, you know, just dancing.
Dude, no.
And
That's
their
almost
sound
like San
system-
Marcos.
their sound system couldn't handle my music and Tommy Wong's voice.
So is it like scratching or what?
Like if he talked, the music would like it would just like, and if I put the music too high, then you couldn't hear him rap, and he'd just be like,
Oh man.
and yeah, we couldn't even. I had to stop his mic because I'm like, dude, it can't even handle Tommy Wong rapping. Like it cannot handle.
Dude,
Your
that is
horn, yeah.
that is fine. That's happened to me so many times with my saxophone.
Oh, I can't remember if Jimmy wasn't there because Jimmy always describes that too. Jimmy was there for yours though.
Yeah, that was the.
And then we play another weird one. Kra got the weird ones in the beginning because he gets another one without Tommy Wong. The Cinco de Mayo show. That was in Austin. Actually, I have that video. I may or may not have the audio because that sound guy fucked up the recording. That's why I like to do all the recordings myself. 'Cause
Yeah.
motherfuckers be tripping.
Just like
But
throwing mics out there, wishing for the best.
yeah, I was gonna do it myself, but he's like, "No, I can do it." And he hits record. And he's like, "Yo, my bad. It stopped in the middle." I'm like, "Whatever." Fuck, like no, like how do you stop in the middle? That doesn't make
What year was that?
I dropped my soda.
I think it was
on
like
the
2
board.
Mays ago, Cinco de Mayo, and we played, but Tommy Wong couldn't make it again last minute. So Adam even was there. You rode with Adam to Austin at Swan Dive.
Oh, and Dan was there, right?
Yeah, we
think I
played.
remember.
We played an instrumental set with
Oh,
all rock
yeah.
bands before and,
And,
after.
dude,
us.
even
there
had
was a
people
rock
dancing
band
at
like
that one.
dude. That was a cool show, dude.
We did have 2 girls dancing. Yeah, they were like real young. I was
They
so
liked us,
weird.
dude.
Yeah.
They liked
Yeah.
us.
Yo,
To Austin, give some love, man. Austin, give some
I'm
love.
glad you
dude.
say that because yo, you heard the Tommy Wong
I heard
pass,
the
right?
Tommy Wong podcast.
Tommy Wong says shout out to Austin like 3
Dude,
times.
no, for real, dude. Austin, thank
Because
you.
you didn't ride with us the whole way. Yo, Matt's knows though. Matt, some of our San Antonio shows, right? Versus Austin.
Remember the San Antonio show with the leaky roof and like the
Oh my gosh.
There was a leaky. You had drops of water hitting
We were
you.
literally playing a place called like the Jungle or something, right? It's called
The jungle.
like it's like jungle or rainforest, and literally
the rainforest.
the roof is fucked up.
The roof
so
is
like
raining on you.
it's drizzling everywhere.
Oh, there's too much rain in the rainforest.
There was no one there, dude.
There's no. Obviously.
But James, I was like
This
one
is
of
a
James
best
played with
festival.
us. You did. Yes, you, James, and then me and Tommy Wong. And you know, this is a credit because I'm friends with this guy now, but X booked it, right? And this is, it's mad funny. You and Tommy Wong and James too, especially James. James don't like to give no emotion, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So they're all watching me, and then me and the guy who booked it, X.
So like they went off. from my perspective, like they went off and he just had his test song on for like 10 minutes. Something like 5-10 minutes, something like that. And just like I was sitting there, we were ready to play. James and I, like we're pretty chill. So we're just like, what's like going on right now? Are they fighting? Oh my God, it was so funny.
Me and him are arguing for like literally over 10 minutes. And like there was a point where I probably wasn't even going to play the show, or he was telling me. Because it's not his fault, but I mean, like, it's both of our faults, But I mean, at the end of the day, it goes back to the San Antonio bar or location not having anything. Because all the gear was his. But what he had, credit to him to using what you got, but all he had was an actual DJ mixer, not the normal mixers, so
Okay.
they didn't really have inputs, and then they didn't want to mic up the horns and stuff, so it was just like, not the best situation. Couldn't get a vocal for the rapper in the beginning. But we played an hour and 30-minute set, dude.
That is crazy, dude.
We played an hour and 30-minute set for like the bar staff
that
and
might be too
the 8
long.
friends that were there.
Like that one was actually pretty good.
It was
bar
one of our
staff and
best
the 8
shows.
friends
It was
that
one
were
of our
there.
best shows. It was because I had it organized because Matt always used to love like house music. So the house music set was the middle of it. So Tommy Wong had a break. Because Tommy Wong, especially at that point, Tommy Wong loved not rapping. Even though obviously he raps, he loves sections where he just doesn't have to rap. So
like walks off and like talks to a chick. or something.
So he loved that part, and then. But yeah, Beam Me Up Scotty that night was amazing. Like you and James like fucking murked it that night.
I remember.
That was one of our greatest shows to like nobody.
Love letter to nobody.
One of the bar staff, he's in a band. I can't remember his name, but yeah, he was like he wanted to play more shows with us, but they never booked us. It's San Antonio, and it's a band.
That kind of reminds me of like in college when I was trying to get like my songs together, and like I remember like writing out all the chord progressions, and I didn't have a bass player. I should have had Matt play with me, but I had like me, a drum, Steven Partita on drums.
Not even playing bass yet though.
Yeah, true. He was just like picking up the bass because I think we were doing like a jungle noise thing. Because like jungle noise was like the hot thing, dude.
Then like this is like before. Oh yeah. Y'all both horns for jungle noise. I guess because Osita's there.
Yeah. Osita was doing bass for jungle noise for a while.
Trade me plates,
dude. That was good too. But
am I the only one eating?
That just reminds me of like I had all my songs down, dude, and then like I actually put on like 2 concerts at UTSA Recital Hall, and like one was for like Josh Gutierrez, like the guy who leads Jungle Noise. It was for like Josh's family and my family, and that was pretty much it, dude. But it was a good show. It was all my songs that I wrote, so like that was all of who I really.
You played your music, like your music,
like my songs, like actually like I wrote them down. I had like 2 horn players,
so is that recorded?
Trombone, trumpet. Yeah, there's like a raw recording of like the overhead mic of the entire show
you
being
have
played.
It?
I do.
You should show that.
I have it on my laptop.
Because you don't even.
I'll email it to you. Sometimes I go back to reminisce on it, but like you could. There's plenty of amateurness that you can hear in it.
How did they like take like Cindy? Like I guess when you're booking that show, like what do they say? Like
since I was like in like Phi Mu Alpha, we could like
you booked
rent
it under Phi Mu?
Yeah, I booked it under Phi Mu Alpha as like a social a band bash thing. I don't know. And then like the bands that were gonna headline were gonna be Jungle Noise and my band, and like it was my band first, or I think it was like Jungle Noise first, and then me. But it was pretty cool. Because Jungle Noise played like an empty house too, and Jungle Noise is Jungle Noise. It's like a badass band, and like we played like to like an empty recital hall, and even that was like really good music, So
I think
playing the empty hallways, man, that rings true.
Cool stuff in that recital hall.
Yeah, they should really lend it out to like the community of and they do.
And they could be promoting us so much
but
better.
Yeah,
too.
they could like kind of open up their doors to like more contemporary music than just like orchestral.
I've heard some of the legal reasons too, but they should totally be live streaming a lot of that shit too.
There are like you can't just like live stream like a symphony without getting sued now.
So that Dr. Sebald who had that whack ass camera there.
Dude, I remember Dr. Sebald was so cool, dude.
Before there was a Twitch.
He was like, I remember like walking in and like looking around and like there's nobody in the computer room. I'm trying to get him on the
show, by the way.
Dude, that'd be so down. Dude, he was scary, dude. Like randomly you just hear in the computer room like, what are you doing? And you're like, who's there? And he's like at his house just like sipping tea.
But Steamboat had a webcam streaming there 24
Dude,
hours
I know.
a
That's
day.
why he would like see you like at
But
random
not even
times.
in the lab. I'm saying the recital hall too.
Yeah, this recital hall webcam streaming.
Yeah.
Dang, that's G.
Like it wasn't the best because it was literally the web camera mic.
But he could just see.
But he
What
had
was
that
going
too.
on?
So no, we would give it to people who are like, oh, my family wants to see it in New York. And we just give them the link.
That's awesome. That's cool. Yeah, that's gonna catch on. I mean, it really has. Like
Well, yeah,
they
now
just
it's-
live stream like the solar eclipse, so
Yeah. Now it's
everything's being live
now.
streamed.
Yeah.
Live streaming births.
So how come if you were playing your stuff back then, like how come Kra the artist doesn't exist right now? You have like a bunch of songs that you surprised me with last summer before I went on my tour.
Yeah, I mean that was just I guess there's like a time and place for everything, you know? And like I kind of set aside like a summer. That was like my original intention, just like, you know, summer make music, and then when it's not summer, go back to the 9 to 5 job or the 7 to 3
No, but
job.
the music's out now. The music
The
is
mu-
made. Now you can put, how come you ain't putting it out? How come you ain't playing live?
I mean, that's a good question. And
That's why I asked you. That's why.
I mean, there's really no answer to that besides just, you know, I guess I can start doing it, but it'd just be more work on my plate than there's like already a lot of work. But then again, you know, I could do it. Do I want to do it? Am I ready to do it? That's a huge project that I'm just like, if I really get this going, then it has to be like perfect.
This boy got a bunch.
I got a lot of good chord progressions, but you know, that kind of goes to like what I think music really is, because like, you know, you're taking music out and giving it to the people, like that would be a great reason for me to play music. But like I found that like the more I wanted to sell, the more I wanted to make a career, and like I guess like put a price tag on my music, it poisons it. And
does.
like there was like a kind of nostalgia of just like being in like a practice room at UTSA, just like jamming away on the piano and just like making up my own songs and just playing them for myself. And then like it was kind of like relaxing too. And like I realized that the reason why I really liked music was because it was kind of therapeutic.
Catharsis.
And I kind of did it for myself, and like it happened to be really good because I was really invested in like myself in that matter. And when I think about like selling it and selling like that product, I think it would be like very frugal of me to do that because like I could probably make money off of it. But I feel like that would just be a negative drive for the dream.
So considering like, see, this is where like I notice people's words now when I talk to them, especially like as I tell them about, you know, the application and stuff.
Yeah.
Because some of their reasons don't line up with what I see in reality. So you just said, and I already forgot it because I fucking sidestepped, but you just said something like you was confident you can make money off of it.
Yeah.
So you're already confident you can make money off your music, even though nothing is like, even though you have no career like as an artist yet.
That's true.
But but if that confidence is already there, should not you even like try?
I mean, I guess I put that confidence in like, you know, the doubt or the word of doubt from like other people, or the benefit of the doubt. That's what I'm talking about, from other people like this. Like, you're really, really good, all that stuff. And like, kind of like, I don't want to say I take that for granted, but like I hear that and like that's like enough for me. And I'm like, wow, you know, that's cool. Thank you. And
sometimes I think I just want to write music for myself.
Yeah, you know, like
So
Matt made
that
this
feels
like
good.
CD, and like it's a brilliant CD. I don't know if he's like, I think it's on SoundCloud, but I mean they're good songs. But
I mean, I think I'm in the same.
I think
place
also
too.
like if you like try to take on the world, like you kind of start to let the size of everything.
You have
like,
to you have to be able to like churn it out, and like I think of
Just a big-
each
I don't know.
song is like its own project. But
That's
there
why I
is
put
a
out
way
singles,
to,
dude. That's why all I do is put out singles.
well, it's just you have to be like so much more productive to even like be able to approach that level of what people talk about when they think of like just that's nothing. They don't do anything else but just like make songs, you know. Like you just have to make so many, and like that takes away from something.
I think
of
it does
the charm
too.
of what you like. But maybe, you know, some people
and
can
like
do both.
my style
you know?
of music is like improv. I think ultimately, when I create on the spot, that's what like entertains me the most. Like getting on a piano and just like how like Matt does this whole like freestyle, like walk around bass thing. Like I kind of like have a creative zen centered around that. So when I think about just like finalizing something and leaving it in concrete, it always kind of frightens me because I don't want to like just keep it solidified in just one thing, you know?
I mean, like I agree with some of Matt just said, but
I guess the question is, do you want to hear more of? Do you want me to be like more outgoing with my musical?
My thing is just not letting it sit there. I don't need you to be like, yo, I'm trying to be to make it, because that shit is hard and that is a life goal. But just put it out there, even if it's just like I'm always telling Matt to even like, you know, put it on the real stuff. But even SoundCloud at least is a start, you know, like just put it out there, and then let the whatever happens happen. Even if nothing happens, it's cool. But at least it's out there. If I want to hear Kra music, I could put it on. Anytime I want to hear one of his songs, I could just go to his SoundCloud, put them on. Because at least it's out there. But I never get to hear your voice. Your shit is just there. And if you want to just keep it for you, I guess that's fine.
I mean, I got some SoundClouds, but like they're like secret, like.
You got SoundClouds with a plural and they're all secret?
Yeah, I got one. I got one. It's called like Kra La Kuka.
Is that for real? Because I could totally believe that.
That's for real, dude. It was.
Is there music on there?
Yeah, there's like 4 songs. Like
you should link me and I'll put them in the links to the podcast.
Yeah, man. I was really ambitious in college and like I did all that. I even got like an ASCAP like whatever. Some guy like
you ASCAP? I'm ASCAP.
Yeah, there was some guy who was like a guru and said you should get an ASCAP thing. And I was like, all right, man, I'll do that. And you should come to Houston and record with me and play saxophone. All right, I'll do that. And it's cool, man. Just like kind of played saxophone with a lot of people. Sax to the max.
What about you, man? What's your next?
Red Bull was delicious.
There you go.
Red Bull.
It really was good.
You ever want to sponsor Tennessee Fields? He's right.
I'm Tennessee Fields, and I drink Red Bull.
Drink Red Bull.
What? I know I've asked you this in real life.
It's good for your teeth.
But what is your plans for your thing, for your musics?
My musics?
You already have albums worth of material.
I have about 45 minutes. Of course. So
Sam, real quick, has 24 hours of music. By the way.
Yeah,
I have 45 minutes.
Sam Zylo.
Yeah, of course.
That's yeah. So speaking of this, first of all, okay, I can break it up into 2 things.
All right, do it.
I have, let's say, the skeleton of like traditionally what you understand as an album.
Real quick, we might need some more. Continue. Sorry, the pizza. I was requesting pizza. I'm sorry, people.
This stream is brought to you by Pizza Classics as well as Red Bull. Red Bull and Pizza Classics are doing a collab in the future.
It's not a stream, man. Come on, please. It's over. The stream days are over. We're not on Twitch no more.
So anyway, I have the skeleton of an album. But you know, like, one thing I think that's good is it definitely doesn't feel like the end to me. It's just like I've kind of lived this part of my life and I can turn this into an album. So, and then it kind of goes into 2 things, which is doing something where you get enough of a process going where you can make a song every 2 weeks. I don't think that's too like constricting.
It's not too much to ask for.
No, but like at the same time, if you did that for 12 months, you'd have 24 songs at the end of the year. That'd be pretty good, especially since you can expand stuff. The second part is to turn that stuff into a live show. So it's kind of like a mix of finding a way to be productive, just like studio-wise, and then being able to translate that fairly quickly, which I think is where good sight reading could come into live shows. And obviously I like multiple styles. So like jazz, and I like punk as well. I want to do country, actually. I want to try that.
I want to hear that just because I don't really, any of like people who I'm friends with, I don't know. The first one that came to mind, did you know Tori Allen?
Yeah.
That's the closest I get to some type of country music, but I don't really know something.
Tori
And then I
Allen's-
know he's not
she
going
was
to do
cool.
country music. He's going to do country music with.
Even though his name is Tennessee Fields.
But it's not going to be the generic thing.
This is
Yeah.
gonna be the
Tennessee Fields.
the capstone of the style. I don't know,
Oh,
but
man.
I'm still looking for some shit from the black hole. Speaking of which, the subworld which
black hole.
is also sponsoring us.
Is that a
Third
segue into
sponsor.
aliens?
Are
we about to start talking about aliens?
We're about to get.
Wait, hold on. Who's the subworld?
The subworld is the place that's just like us.
Whoa.
Some people say it's to the left. Some people say it's up.
Beyonce
It's
said
Some people
definitely
say
to
it's
the
down.
left, dude. It's upper left, above like your eyebrow.
Well, yeah, that's
The
one way
left
to
corner
think
of your eyebrow, dude.
Is alternate dimensions.
Everywhere.
It's like, what if you could turn your head, but what didn't change was your eyes looking to the left. It was like something else you can't imagine.
Isn't this like a Doctor Who episode where the thing out of the corner of your eyes? always happening?
This stuff
That's a good
pervades.
episode.
This stuff pervades all of art. You can see them talking about it all the time. If
I
you
used
just
to
look.
always think
Rick and Morty. It's all about that. It's about the
Yeah.
other world. It's just like a
It's
metaphor
about-
for the other world.
alternate dimensions, dude. They're around us. I used to think that like there was a side of our face that was more, I guess, protruding than the other side. Like one left side of your face might be like more outward, and then like the right side of your face might be like caved in more. So basically, it's not like flat. It's like kind of, I don't even know how to explain it. But like one eye that's like really, really far out of your face would be projecting like the future and your thoughts, and then the eye that's like really close to you would be like leaving behind a trail of like your memories, and you're kind of just like projecting your own vision of the universe with like your left eye, for me, my left eye, and then like leaving a trail
Shout out to
and
TLC.
memories.
Tender loving care.
I don't even know, man. Where am I
It
at
was a hip
right
hop
now?
group back in the 90s.
As soon as you start talking about it, it becomes much more ephemeral. So
Once you
we are
define
faced
it.
with a difficult situation
It's
here.
very hard to describe.
We have to use stories basically to talk about it. Made up stories. That's why we make fiction, is to talk about the other world.
What action
true.
was that?
Huh?
Every
What accent
story
was
is
that?
true.
It was just a character that people could laugh at. Every story is literally true. It's not a joke. Eat the red pill. Wake up, people.
Wait, is the red pill where you stay in the Matrix?
That is where you leave it.
Okay.
Actually, it's a trap, though. Don't take it.
Why is it a trap?
Because people with an agenda want you to escape or think you escaped.
Wait, so the act
Indeed.
of escaping the Matrix keeps you in the Matrix?
Yes.
You can't leave their way. You have to find another.
You have to take both pills and shove them in the guy's eyes.
Well, I was gonna say if you take both pills, that sounds like ODing.
I was really, I mean, like something that just like, what if?
I saw a joke.
Half of you like comes out in the real world.
Man,
There was like this guy ranting on YouTube, and someone was like, "Dude, you're just supposed to take one red pill. Don't overdose on the whole bottle."
damn.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do that.
Yo,
I'm just
I'm
kidding.
gonna ask one real
I
question.
shouldn't
again.
even say
I'm gonna
that.
ask a real question again.
That was just a joke, world.
I'm gonna ask a real question. It's this for both of you, but obviously one at a time.
Matt, you go
Why and how did you get into like the music?
Music?
Music.
Mostly because of my father, I guess.
Because you have the artsy family, right? Doesn't your mom do something vocal, right? I think
She
Adam
sings.
told me that he did vocal lessons. Had I known your mom was a vocal teacher, I probably a few years ago would have took her up on that.
Adam and I aren't speaking right now.
My bad. He who
I'm
shall
just
not be
kidding.
named, like Trump.
Hey. All polite.
So some beef is classy, dog.
Yeah,
That's-
so-
that beef you buy at I was gonna say
It's
a New
that
York
aged
store.
beef.
I was gonna say in New York. What? No,
Cheap
what's
beef.
that beef? Culebra. There's like a beef
Culebra
store.
Meat Market.
Yeah, some beef. That's the
the
classy. Is that
That
classy?
ain't,
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not gonna look. If Culebra Meat Market wants to sponsor me, I'll tell some good things about you, okay? But if you don't give me no sponsors,
You gotta earn that
then
shit. Look, Kra don't give this
what do
shit
I
away.
say now, Culebra Meat Market?
Kra don't give that shit
You know,
away.
here I am in this position to like talk
Cry.
about you.
Are
You
you
just asked me
listening?
how you guys are.
Kra don't give that shit
Is this
away.
how Yelp started?
Why do you still like? Before you answer that question, why do you still like Pizza Classics if that girl no longer works there?
That's a good point, man.
Her memory traces.
That's such a
her
good
traces
point.
that she left behind.
Dude.
Her traces.
If
This
y'all
pizza.
if y'all are ever bored, y'all should go to the Pizza Classics Facebook page and look up one of the posts that I put on there. It was like this monstrous post that's like, the pizza here is made in the fires of passion and love, and I take it to the people and
Is it a
save
post?
the world.
Is it a post or a review?
It's a post, dude. I didn't even like
You should do that. You should do it because they do reviews now on Facebook. You should do that again. But
And
now
just like
as a review.
dude. Like every like now and then, I'll just get like a random Joe just like commenting like, "This is the best thing I've ever read," and I'm like, "Oh,
But is
awesome!"
that so?
I won't kill myself today
because it definitely felt like you were going there for that
I
girl.
want suicide. Yeah, you know, I used to always just go to Pizza Classics because there was this one hot chick with a nose ring, and like she was just like always at the cash register, and I would just like purposely buy pizza every day to see her. Pizza Classics.
There was one summer. I mean, one week. That's so you went every day.
I went like every day that week, dude. Yep. She kind of knew too. She was like, "This guy again."
He came
Oh,
he
no.
came to my house every other day with extra pizza.
Would
He
I
didn't
have-
even want that shit.
Yeah, man.
Be like, yo, you want to share a pizza? I'm like, yeah, and he didn't eat none of it.
I didn't. I was like, I already had one. I ate so much Pizza Classics. But here's the secret, guys. All right, you're only gonna get it on the Bushman Staff channel, so check it out. If you really want to get cheap, good pizza, you gotta go to Pizza Classics
Whoa,
late
they
at
don't have
night.
cheap prices. Hell no.
No,
Okay, my
yeah,
bad.
because this
He's giving me the tech. I'm sorry. Give me the tech. Give me
Two
the tech.
big pizzas are like $42, but if you go late at night, like you could pay, I want to say less than $7. I used to pay like $5 and get like 4 or 5 slices of pizza because everything they have that they sell by the slice, at the end of the day they got to get rid of it. So you just say, "Can I have everything by the slice?"
That's why he used to give me like random shit.
Just
That's
random
why-
slices, dude. I'm like, yeah, this was
Every
$5.
night he came with different pizza. I
Like,
was like, what
different
is your
slices
problem?
of pizza. Yep. Just like, I just got the leftovers today. I always buy leftovers because that's the only time that she would work.
All right.
So
That made
I remember
sense.
one time I talked to her about like because she like would walk.
Do you know her name?
No.
Oh man, dude.
She
all
didn't work
that
there no more. But dude, like honestly, on the Pizza Classics review, I remember like at the very, very bottom, I talked about the girl with the nose ring. I was like, the girl with the nose ring is the fairest of them all. No one compares. It was so crazy, man. I was like Sir Lancelot of my generation. I've been called the Sir Lancelot of my generation by me.
Yo, he just quoted himself to himself. Hey, yo, Matt. So yeah, your dad got you into music.
My dad got me
Yes.
into music
Back
at
to
an
the-
early age.
Yes. Enough about
Hey,
me,
way to
guys.
keep a stream going. Yes.
Podcast, damn it. What the fuck
Podcast.
is your problem?
Oh, now I get what you're saying. It's not a stream.
Yeah.
It's a podcast.
Yes.
Now I
We're
get
not
it.
on. We're not on Twitch. We're not on.
I was like, "Where's the video? Where's the video?"
Yeah,
It's not even
I
there.
thought you were watching another Twitch channel, but you're on my channel. I was like, man,
He's
this
on
guy
it.
doesn't even care about this podcast.
He's on YouTube right now.
No, YouTube be crazy, yo. YouTube
All right, the next
got
time
me
we do
in-
this, we'll stream it on the phone, and that way, so we can interact with the chat.
we could be
We'll do
doing
some
both.
Snapchat, I
though.
guess.
No, but right now I want one with you guys, so that's why.
Oh.
Because once the chat comes in, especially since I'm not famous, it's usually a bunch of fuck you trolls. So like, we don't need that in right now.
Man, dude. Trolls, dude.
I was with Starfighter, and it's just a bunch of people like talking stupid shit. Like, why are you getting that burger? What a burger sucks.
No, you got to
Like,
troll him back.
Yeah, but then that doesn't make a.
No, but you just win and then you ignore it, and then people are like, "Oh, this guy's got fucking owned," I guess.
There you go. But yeah, your dad music.
My dad plays the trombone. Everybody's always like, "Oh, you play the trombone, right?"
Play the
I'm
trombone.
like, "Yeah, no, I play the trumpet."
I wouldn't be
I don't
surprised
know
if
what
Tommy
the- I
Wong
don't know what
told
the
me that
confusion-
you play the trombone.
That would be
Mad in his
funny.
trombone.
But I'm talking about in the beginning, you know?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, like, it's not something that even people who are in music might necessarily like get right. I don't know. Anyway, that was a sidetrack. Fuck the trolls.
But you know, how'd you get into music? Like you said, yeah, your dad played it, and that was it.
Yeah, and I was listening to.
You had no choice. You just said like you got.
what made you go into like university? Didn't you go to like university status?
Yeah, I was.
What's that mean? I'm not from Texas.
Like
so.
he kind of just like went and like played with university. Like you actually studied music in universities.
Yeah.
But okay,
before
like
I
at
was-
what age? Like this is what I'm saying.
Well,
At the
should
age of
I
3.
could jump around, do it like not this linear narrative thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. When I was 3, the thing I remember is we were driving to Tennessee, and that's where Tennessee Fields came from.
Shout out Tennessee.
So then I went to college. And
That was a long ass fucking drive.
I drove to Tennessee. I got back. I was in college.
It's like a TV show. It's like a sitcom. Like,
I was a baby. I just I chose trumpet because there was a trumpet player at a show and he got a lot of applause. And I thought that sounded cool. That would be cool to get applause.
Did it ever entertain your mind to get trombone like your dad or not?
No, actually.
Or sing like your mom or something?
Well, at some point I started like singing, I guess, was on the back burner. I don't know. But no, I've never like had any interest in playing trombone. I picked up the bass after
That was like in Jungle Noise.
I found one that was $200 and it was
Hey, yo, you work
good
at
enough for
Roadhouse?
practice.
Do you work at Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Do we get discounts if we go there when you work?
It's funny.
No. I just really want discounts at Texas Roadhouse. All right, that's why I'm like,
It's like, what? You
yeah,
think I'm high?
like no, I'm like I'm serious.
For what?
Them steaks is
That's
expensive,
funny.
yo. The homie's hungry. Dude.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I make the bread there, dude.
He said,
Oh,
you get hooked
shit.
up on bread.
Bread
My house
maker.
flour and shit.
No shit, man. I thought you were selling like crack cocaine or some shit. Like,
On the side.
on the side, yeah, I got you.
I'm only making bread, dude.
That's why I walk home.
I'm not selling steaks.
But yeah,
That was funny, dude. I don't know why that was funny.
I
It's just like,
saw the I
what?
love my job shirt.
You can
I
tell
did
I'm
right
high? I'm like, what? Just asked if you work at Roadhouse.
away. I'm like, look, man. I just want 50% off. Calm down. Calm down.
It's like 30% off.
God damn it. Come on.
That's one for the roommates. Shout out to roommates.
I'm sorry, man. I saw like food opportunities. I had to take it. You know what I mean?
No, dude.
Hey, there's pizza in the oven.
I let my mind wander, and it was good. It was good to have a distraction. And Pizza Classics, Texas Roadhouse, Red Bull, Pizza Classics.
We are just fishing for anyone to give us.
Let me just look. Let me tell you about Matt. Okay,
USAA.
Matt was born in a time machine.
Fuck.
Mozart had a brother,
Mm.
Mozart Fields.
Mm.
This is my
And Mozart
it's also
Fields
my
ended up submerging his spirit into the womb that carried Matt Hill.
it was like this box that was there before I was born, and they put me in the box. I sort of remember this. And I saw a lot of box, like trails of the box flying off away from my life. That was about when I came into awareness. And
That's a good point.
it's kind of like, it's like sound through motion, man. I guess. I don't know.
I remember red boxes, and I'm not talking about red box the video red thing, but actual like before I was like a human being. I remember like giant red cube looking, spiritual looking organisms that kind of float around with me.
Yeah, we gotta get like this water bottle here or something. Like,
Maybe they were like red blood cells. I'll get you some water, man.
I'm like, I feel bad, but I'm like,
Should I have another Red Bull? It was pretty tasty. Anyway, man, I guess I've never really thought about that question. Why do music? I mean, why do music really?
I mean, like you. So it seems, cause I'm like, oh, is that what it comes from Mountain Dew?
From the mountains of Mountain Dew.
Did they? I mean, like, yeah, you do have, I guess, an artsy family, but like, did they force that on you? Did you just like it? Because I mean, I guess growing up in Texas, you guys actually have like music programs, right? So I guess did you like it in school? Because I never played one instrument in all of grade school and high school combined.
Yeah, there is there is a great advantage to doing that. I think just because of how much time and what part of your life, especially developmentally, you spend just sort of like turning music into a grid that you can understand and pick up on and play with a lot of other people too, just like through notes. I mean, they call it notes, but it's like you read the notes, like taking notes, you know. What am I saying? You know how it's like those
No, I
words
like
are
it, though.
similar.
It's like how you like listen to a song and you kind of visualize it onto like your own kind of like comprehensional grid, and then you realize how music relates to you, and then that kind of like influences your style. And I like it, dude. But continue. So you're
Well,
talking. What's going on?
What?
Well,
It was an unusual day.
I feel like Matt's just jumping around like
I'm,
from various parts.
I'm trying.
What about
really-
you? Like, how did you get into music? Like really, like I'm talking about, you know, like really you doing it, not just
How did I get into music?
like what made you want to make a song and shit. Like, cause that's the one thing. So when I got into music, right, man, I was so excited to discover the music department at UTSA, be around that shit, and I wanted to know all you guys, and all you guys disappointed the fuck out of me, yo, because nobody makes music in UTSA. If you make music, you're either a composition major, but they don't make music. You know what they do? They make homework assignments, you know?
Yeah.
Because almost all of them, I'm sure there's always an exception, but all the songs they made, they only made when they were, if you want to be generous and call it, commissioned by their teachers to make a song. Yeah, you know what I mean? But they didn't have like, a song because I wanted to make a song.
Oh yeah, no, I used to do that like in middle school. Like it all started with like the saxophone. I was chosen to play the saxophone, and I learned it really, really fast. And it's an easy instrument to pick up. And like I had a group of friends that were playing the saxophone with me. We kind of just like had someone like throw down a bass line, and we would just improv like up melodies. We'd actually like walk around and like play for like the band directors and teachers, and like kind of like serenade them.
Created
And,
a
like,
marching
I mean,
band.
we did that in like elementary school when like our teachers would teach us like this like little Valentine's Day love song. We sang to the lunch ladies, and they gave us free cookies. You know, like that was
tech,
like
more tech. You
yeah,
just dropping
dude.
jewels.
That
dude.
was
You
just like,
drop-
dude, this is awesome. You know, so like that was always like fun to do. And when I actually like I knew I was good at saxophone when I like picked it up, and like I remember like I was in the jazz band, and there was like this solo I took in middle school, and like, you know, the school bully dude like went up to me and was just like, dude, man, you're good. You're fucking good as shit on the saxophone. And I was like, school bully thinks I'm good on the saxophone. Awesome.
That's
you know?
Joe
like,
respect.
we
That's
cool?
alpha dog respect.
I was like, I got street cred now. You know, so I remember I took that into like high school, and you know, I was like a drum major, and like I was like put in this like leadership role, and I loved it. And like we were making up songs then, like me and my friend Jack, he showed me how to play guitar like the cheater way. You would like tune the guitar to a string, and then you would just like hold down a fret for each chord.
Yeah.
And like we would do that, and we made up all these like funny songs about like, one was called Chocolate Worm Man. It was about our band director taking a poop, and like dude, we made up some like crazy, I don't know why I brought up Chocolate Worm Man. If Mr. Rubio, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. We should have told you this a long time ago, but it was Jackson's idea, right? So I mean, that was like part of it. But then I went to college, and I guess like I got into like a fraternity that started like molding me into like a more business person. And I was still writing songs, but I didn't really think that, you know, like everybody, like Michael Kelly, you know, good guy, writes his own songs, but like never shows them to the world, you know. There was like this one
That's
day.
just annoying.
Yeah,
He has one song that
there
I
was this
still
one
have.
song that you have, and I heard
still
it,
have
and I'm
it.
like, dude,
The song's
this is
godlike.
this song is amazing.
He thinks that song sucks.
And
more
he
than
don't
high
like
school.
it. I'm like, dude,
Fucking
you know,
bum.
like I kind of,
Like-
I think like we all kind of fall in that trap of just like, you know, music is gonna be only this, because I'm afraid that if I try to make it this, then maybe it won't happen. I don't know.
But I mean, like at the worst case, you don't have to try to make. I think, but at the very least, you should put it out. Everybody should put it out.
And I think that's kind of what separates like you from most people. It's like you were like, if you needed to get a show, it's like, all right, I'll get you a show. Like you did that one for Apogee.
Oh yeah.
It was
'Cause
like
he
it
didn't
was
know
like a
how. It
farewell.
shocked
Yeah,
the
it was
fuck out
like
of
a
me.
farewell show
Because he's making normal music. He's not even doing.
Yeah.
Even though he comes from Ya World, he was a rapper.
Yeah,
and he didn't know
too.
how to get a show.
He was really good, dude. And then like you're like, yeah, I know how to get like you can get shows like tomorrow if you wanted to in San Antonio. I mean, it was crazy, dude. But that was a good show. So yeah,
he was
that's
real
kind of
happy
how
with it. Yeah, so.
music was just like it kind of happened through the saxophone, and then I picked up the piano. Yeah, I kind of just like picked it up by ear, and when I kind of learned how to play the piano, it was like set. Like I'm gonna do this for like ever, and then the rest is kind of history, dude.
What's up, man? What even though we oh damn, this pizza classic's too strong. But even though we mentioned it briefly, what did this for both of y'all? What do you guys think of the Boosh Kids? The experience.
The Boosh Kids is I think it's a really, really good mental spot for us. I want to say let me rephrase that. It's a very good canvas for us to kind of just emote and like improv and be ourselves and kind of clown around. And it's kind of like when we play, you get that feeling of like, you know, we're hanging with the boys and it's not as serious, you know, like sometimes you're just like, if we suck, it's his fault, like all that stuff, you know. Like,
yeah, that's the actual
it's just
quote.
Like, it's like, yeah, I remember. Yeah,
That's on our
like,
mixtape.
it's like a very, yeah, it's a very
Is
like
that what that
loose
sound
feel.
like? If he sucked, it's his fault.
Exactly. That's a quote from Abraham Rivera. No, but
One Live to Boosh. That's the mixtape. Y'all can hear it. Anyway.
Exactly. One Live to Boosh.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it's fun though. I appreciate it. It's I'm always very thankful to have the opportunity to keep on like making music in front of people, and like, you know, when we get behind like a strong force like, you know, the Boosh Kids and like your project, like that's like an opportunity to go and like just show the people what like a couple random kids from like San Antonio, Texas, what we can like do,
school
you know?
shows. Go to
Dude,
elementary school.
we
I'd
shoulda
be
done
down.
school
Like
shows,
Danny
dude.
and Mike got paid way more than we ever did.
Yeah, dude.
Playing school shows, but I think they want covers and we don't do covers.
It's math.
Yeah, math something.
It's not math rock because I would
Math
I think that might be like the name of
Fractions,
the
yo.
program, like Math Rock. But I don't know if the group. But it's something like that, mathematics or something.
Yeah, something.
No, but the Boosh Kids is like it's like the Justice League.
Oh shit!
It's like the
It's an experiment in melding,
it's
like
the Backstreet
you know,
Boys and the Justice League put together.
It's an experiment.
Wait, what?
Say it again?
The Backstreet Boys and the Justice League put together equals the Boosh Kids.
Where is what Backstreet elements do we have?
All right.
Maybe because
Let's
this
just
bunch
talk
of
about
boys.
how-
This is a bunch of boys.
Let's just talk about how
It's a meat
the
club.
Backstreet
Yeah.
Boys were the OG NSYNC before NSYNC came along.
No, but what elements of
And right now,
from
we're
them
the-
do we have?
We're the OG, like brand new, let's say
We're
New
not
Orleans style
dancing.
jazz.
We're not
rap
singing.
fusion.
We're not making pop music.
All right, maybe that was a bad example, right? You live and you learn. Bye, bye, bye.
We never did that. We never.
Bye.
I think Boosh Kids is an evolution of like
NSYNC.
sort of like the stuff that Leroy does, but not just Leroy. I mean, sort of like Leroy and any other style you might incidentally like bump into with the other people you play.
Yeah.
But sort of like in the case of Leroy, let's say, like you have like the jazz
He
samples.
was the extra
and the
member
good-
of
the
the
good
Boosh Kids.
beats.
He sent me a new
so-
beat.
You have like, oh really? I wanna
Yeah,
hear
it's
that.
called Orange Juice.
Is it?
Orange juice.
Yeah. Do you have orange juice?
I wish.
I'm
I had
sorry.
orange vitamin water, but
I
it's
can't.
gone.
That's fake. That's fake.
It's fake. I have orange drink.
That shit's more real than that.
I have
Remember grape at Walmart?
Yes.
H2
All those
orange.
Grape.
All those good generic brands.
What was it called? Grape and lime. That was mad basic shit. Cola.
Coke.
It
It was just
was
called,
like it
like,
was
Coke.
cola or
No.
Coke.
Dude,
yeah.
there's that
Cola.
orange juice. Shout out to Bright and Early.
That's real juice. Look at
What was
yeah.
that?
Yeah, the crowd is like, yeah.
That is homegrown juice.
Well,
Right? Bright and
There
Early
was
crushed
that
up
one
vitamins.
We crushed the vitamin C pill.
hey, you want a vitamin shake, bro?
It's raw tang.
Oh man.
It goes bad, and we just call it Bright and Early. Anyway,
But yeah, no, Boosh Kids. What you were saying,
Bush
man.
kids. Yeah, sorry. man.
Yeah, no. It's just like it's sort of like if you take a 2D picture, like say like a beat song that's like jazz samples, and then you add people to it, and it's kind of just like making it 3D basically, because it's just jams, and we try to find some repetitions that we can all get behind. And
you became like the horn leader at a certain point.
Yes,
I think
he
it's
was,
just
dude.
like length of time I've been
You were calling
doing it
shit
longer.
out
He
and
was,
shit,
dude.
guiding people.
just gotta.
God bless you, Matt.
Sometimes you just have to say word sounds out of your mouth because nobody else will.
Because nobody else will say words.
Just say the word sounds.
Say
But,
what it should sound like. Sing what it should sound like.
Bye.
Dude, Matt
do it.
kills it though. Like even like in all bands that I've played with Matt in, like Jungle Noise. And I mean to be jacking you off, Matt, but let me just say, like Jungle Noise and then Boosh
This
Kids.
feels so good, man.
And,
No, stop.
For the people hearing on
and
audio,
Los
yeah, it's gonna be-
Nahalatos, the current band that we're in right now. Dude, Matt kills it.
This pizza is my payment because
like,
I
every
got
time, like-
y'all that gig, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude. Thank you, dude. For real.
Because that was the one thing that came from those Instagram videos was
they were like, "Hey, can we get some horn players?"
Look,
yeah,
look,
yeah.
They're
I'm
like,
not.
"Yeah, man."
I'm not trying to start like San Antonio shit here, or really like any
Oh,
shit.
let's do it. Let's do
But
you haven't heard some of the other shows coming. Cause man, there's some anti-San Antonio shit in some of the other shows.
I mean, that's
It
alright.
ain't
dude.
even
no,
always
I
for
don't
me.
even. I don't even have.
mean,
I
like-
don't even have shit with anyone. Well,
I mean,
don't
like,
know.
I
You
love
never know,
San
but-
Antonio. I mean, I know that like the music scene is kind of messed up here, but like, if you just don't look at that, like, I grew up here and like I gotta have mad love. It's like you in like the Bronx.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even though you think you're never gonna go back to the Bronx.
Well, I
Like-
told, and I want to hear what you was gonna say, but I told the guy I interviewed yesterday, because he did have a lot of not fun stuff to say about San Antonio music. I was like, once I removed myself from the music scene, like, and also I've been doing a lot of shit, like I do 2 meditations a day and yoga and all this other shit.
You
but
go to
like,
Zen Center or what?
I do what?
You go to San Antonio Zen
I
Center?
know I do it just at
Yeah,
home.
you just do it at your home.
Yeah, but I should find out what that is from you later. But yeah, no, I actually like it. I like it here. I like my life here. I like the people I know. I like everything. I even like what I do. I just need to solve the thing,
It's
making
just not
money.
popping, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just need to make money in a way where you don't want to kill myself, like
Yeah.
just not. And I don't know if I can get that job here or that life here. But I actually like everything else. I just that music scene just
Spurs.
isn't the best place.
Yeah,
So
the
I
music
just-
scene, dude. It
so-
it kills, dude.
Yeah.
And like I like what you said on one of the other podcasts about how like they have like the Tobin Center is now getting like big names.
In terms
but
of
how does
top
that
tier.
support like
Yeah,
local venues? Like
Aztec is doing it. Limelight and Paper Tiger. Those are probably
Josh
the
really
4
wants
hitters.
to play at Aztec, I think.
but I mean like segueing
He's gonna
back
have
to
to
like
open up for somebody famous because shit, that's a tough one to get.
segueing back to the Bush Kids though.
That's
like
what he should
like
do right now,
when we were
go
like
for it.
playing like those local venues, like people would like come in that were just like randomly walking around because like they heard like genuine like good. Because every time you have like live horns playing with like your tracks, you're like, oh crap, like these guys they actually like care,
See, you didn't get to play any Austin shows with Tommy Wong, I believe.
I think I
But-
played one, Firehouse.
Man, but that was a Wednesday. See that because wasn't the
that
full.
was
And then
lame. And my sax wasn't working.
it was less that, and it was more like you could tell from the way that whole event was running. No offense to like Marcel, because it wasn't even all his night. It seems either.
Yeah,
'Cause-
yeah.
But like that, we are like way too much for them to handle. Like I'm cool with like Feedback Alliance, and they were asking me to play a few times, and I had to tell them no because I roll 7 deep, so it wasn't gonna work because they're made for tables. They're made for people on laptops on tables, and they had that same environment. They weren't ready for like all of us, so it was just kind of like
It's like, oh,
just
you
shit.
actually,
Yeah,
That
things
comes
mic's
down
not
to-
working.
Great, you,
Yeah, like things just weren't working, and so it wasn't the
thought you just
greatest
had a
time.
laptop.
But like he played a lot of them, and he played all the Austin, almost all of them. And then you played
Austin
the San
shows are
Marcos
good.
show.
Yeah, the San
See
Marcos
the
was a good show.
energy every time we played with Tommy
St.
Wong
Patty,
on
dude.
a weekend. Like yo, it was that vibe.
Tommy Wong kills it, dude.
That vibe. That's St. Patty's Day shows. That was one of the best shows ever, dude.
Tommy Wong, every song's about weed Wong.
Yeah. You haven't heard the podcast. That would make sense. That would make Tommy every song's about weed Wong.
Is that what he said?
No, I said that to him because he
That's his
confessed
new
to
name.
me.
I'm Tommy, every song's
Tommy
about
Wong,
weed Wong.
the origin story of Tommy Wong is he was a Christian rapper.
Dude,
That's why I said Tommy every song's about weed Wong is about was a Christian rapper and his name was Little Praise.
Oh.
Lil P, Little Praise. You hear? I'm saying,
What?
you need to hear that show. If any show, I know you don't hear any of these shows, but you need to hear that show. That show is amazing, especially since you played with this guy. You're gonna learn like this guy is like a totally different person. Like it's amazing.
Wow.
yeah, dude, I remember his name was like, I knew him as Chris first, and then like one day he was just like, I got his number and he was like, call me Tommy Wong, and I was like,
He's like, I'm going into my
Okay.
chrysalis.
He's like Batman. He's like, look, Bruce Wayne's the mask. You know,
Yeah, dude.
I am Tommy Wong.
no, but yeah, got mad respect for that guy.
He's
His just fast rapping.
Some people would complain to me on the private about like just like for other friends, like is that all he does? But I'm like, man,
Dude,
that.
that's what's hot right now, dude.
I don't know even that's hot, but I mean like I don't even find nothing wrong with that. I just think that's fine.
Yeah, dude.
But to each their own or some
you gotta,
shit.
he
you gotta
gave
rock
himself
the walk
mad
first to
charisma
talk the talk.
points when he was building his Tommy Wong character.
Yo, so I'm
Yeah, this Kra
gonna let
character.
you guys do one thing because I know you guys are capable of talking about crazy shit.
Okay.
So I'll let you. Where do you want to take this? I'm only asking Kra because I know you'll think about it if I ask. But you can riff off of
you're
anything.
planting the seed in me right
Yes.
now, and I'm
So-
gonna choose something.
Well, yeah. So Kra,
All right.
say some shit right
So-
now. Tell me about Green Lightning or some
Yeah.
other shit. You know.
I think
Tell
I
me
wanna
about
do-
these rocks on this table.
All right. Well,
There's
first
a lot
off,
of rocks on the table.
let's
That was
just,
the first
let's
thing
just
on this
talk about
table.
crystals for a second.
Yeah.
The amazing thing about crystals is that like they take like thousands and millions of years to like form, and when they form, they have like these perfectly straight lines and flat planes on them, and like geometric shapes that are like embedded in like the atomic structure. Like everything is just like perfectly aligned and symmetrical, and like if there are like discrepancies and like irregularities, it's because of like a piece of like dirt or something like getting in the way of it like growing, and it grows around it, and it's really really cool. I used to collect these things called Herkimer diamonds. I got a couple right here, and like they're made of like ancient plants that get like pressurized and like underground, and like the plant matter kind of like dissolves in the moisture that the water, I guess it like heats up and circulates after a while, and then like it's happening in like an air pocket, so it has like all these different spikes. It's like growing in midair for like thousands of years. I used to like melt those and drink the water from like the crystal itself, and it would be like drinking like 500 million year old water. And like I remember I used to love doing that kind of stuff, just like drinking crystals. And anyway, so I like I went up a large topic there, but basically like, you know, crystals, they're really really flat, and it kind of like gave me like a sense of like there's a blueprint in all like life, and like when you look at a crystal and you see like it just like kind of flatten off and it's like in a crazy shape, you're like, how did you get to be this shape? Like kind of proves to me that there's a God or a blueprint out there, like I said, because you know there's just no other way for like this rock to like look just like this without some kind of like grander like purpose. So it takes a long time, but flat lines, dude. And I remember like a couple of years ago, I was like driving in my car and I had like about like 9 Herkimer diamonds on me, which are like really expensive, like double terminated crystals. And my car got struck by lightning, and towards the end it got struck by like green lightning.
What do you mean towards the end? Was this like a combo of lightning?
Well, like yeah, it was like black and white lightning, and I was in my Honda Elantra,
Black and
and I'm
white
like
mixed
driving
green.
through like a rainstorm, and I remember like this black and white like flash like on my windshield, just like going like rapidly fast, like black, white, and then like after a while, like it like sped up in like this green like haze, and like all like I couldn't even see like my hands in front of me because like there was just nothing but just like this magnificent green, just like kind of like the Pizza Classics green, you know. But
shout out to Pizza
sponsor me. But yeah, and then like I remember like looking at my like Herkimer Diamonds after that, and like they all had like that same green haze in them for a long time. And then yeah, man,
why is there a bird along with those rocks?
These are not all my crystals. Like these are some of Tennessee Fields.
Why is there a bird there with the
That is Elizabethan magic.
Elizabethan magic.
You can turn common objects into homunculuses of people that you know, and
keepsakes.
Unfortunately, there is I think somewhat of a rigorous process that magicians go through. Most of us just sort of dip our toes into mysticism.
Indeed.
But I think it does do something to your mind, and I think like rocks are like little babies. They kind of grow, you know, like in the womb of the earth. So like you sort of relate to them in a way. Like they're like imaginary friends, you know.
Yeah, they have like characteristics.
You start to gravitate to like colors and shapes. And so if you for any like producer people out in the audience, it's kind of like when you have signal processing, like you have the sound wave, and then you put a bunch of things on it. So you have like your consciousness, your way of understanding life, and then like that understanding grows. And if you're into stone magic, it's kind of like the rocks that you choose, they become like effects that you put on to process your like consciousness wave. So you start to it's hard
just like
because
on like Tales of Symphonia when you like wear like an amulet and it like gives you like +3.
You know we used to play Diablo 3. It's like putting rocks on you to like boost your like.
That's exactly what it's like. It like boosts your aura and stuff like
the
that.
gems and stuff.
Sorry to interrupt again. I like to do that.
Oh no, it's free flowing. One thing goes to the other, and that's important too. Is being able to see how your life is flowing, not stepping,
not streaming.
Although at lower resolutions, I think your life is streaming if you can see the trails that your life is making, and you don't necessarily want to go there. So rocks keep us focused, bring us down from the higher states,
grounded.
which seem evil if you don't know what you're looking at.
Indeed.
So you have kind of a sort of a self-medication almost.
I like that.
Magic, you know, like, is it real? Is it not real? Like, are you really doing something? Let me like transition into Tulpa. Have you ever heard of Tulpa?
No.
Tulpa.
It sounds like a drink, though.
Nirmita, or thought form, is a concept in mysticism of a being or object which is created through spiritual or mental powers. The term comes from Tibetan emanation or manifestation. Modern practitioners use the term to refer to a type of imaginary friend. So it's somebody you talk to that eventually becomes real.
That's yourself.
And you can impose that on, I think, rocks pretty easily.
Yeah.
So there might be some connection there between just like thinking something like about yourself and imagining yourself in the rocks, so to speak, and that sort of turning into their own little power that you can imagine.
There's two sides to every human being.
Two sides every quarter.
Yeah, they come from the left side world.
The left side.
Wait, what is the left side world again? So is it an alternate dimension? But what goes on in this left side world?
People make you every moment.
What do you mean people make you?
Others have choices over the things you do.
Oh, so are we a simulation? Is it stuff like that?
Not exactly.
That's interesting.
Why not exactly?
I feel like if my left eye were to like perceive the people in front of me, then it would kind of just like leave details that maybe yourself leaves out. My self puts the rest of the details in place, and my right eye is kind of just worrying about my own self.
They give you what you're looking for.
For my left eye.
You say your actual left eye or these other dimensions?
I'm talking about my actual left eye.
Okay.
Yeah. I think like...
So are you interpreting two different things always at the same time?
Yeah.
Those two sides.
You're,
Everyone has two sides.
you might even be on like two planes, maybe 3 planes if you count your third eye. And each eye is just like picking up completely different signals.
I feel like, so yeah, like lately, I feel like I can see a lot of scenes. I don't know if I am aware of it in the present, but definitely when I see them in my mind, I can see a lot of things in third person, right? And I think I credit it to the meditation.
You see yourself like going through stuff, and you see your reactions in your face,
and it almost provides me like it's this analysis of situations or people, whether they're correct or not, but their interpretations of them for me.
That actually shapes the way like you handle situations. Like I remember I used to always have this like heroic outlook of myself, and when I get in like, you know, like when I play sports and I go like running for like a ball or something, I have that same like look on my face that I do in like my, you know, my personification or my, what's it called? My astral projection of me, you know, because that's kind of what it is. It's just like you looking back onto yourself as a more advanced human being.
A part of me thinks, like I've told Matt, like one of the meditations I do supposedly makes me release DMT, so maybe I'm tripping all the time now.
You know what I love to do is like just go to sleep, but like not like stay like completely aware and just like lay on my back and just like breathe and focus on my breath and like do other things that you do in meditation.
Are you sleeping or are you just meditating?
It would be meditation, yeah, and like I would get close to sleep and like kind of like trickle into like the dream world where like I could like.
You still aware?
It's like split seconds. Like I'm in dream world, but I'm like, oh no, I'm dreaming, and I'd like jump out. But like once you like jump out, like part of you's still in dream world, and you're kind of just like mushing together in like this like reality dream world, and like I like doing that, man.
So when you do that, what type of breathing are you doing?
It would be just, I don't want to say deep breathing because that's obvious.
Like, are you counting? Are you like?
I would more like visualize the colors of like what my breath does. I close my eyes. And like every breath that I do, I try to get that like little purple orb in the middle of my, try to get the third eye. Just
that's
like
the
going.
golden snitch.
Just kind of get that purple orb going. And then once it does, you know, I just focus on that for a while. And then like maybe 10 minutes goes by and then like I'm already drifting off into sleep. And then I just play around with that like sleep drift, you know.
So wait, you get colors from breathing? Because I get colors.
Yeah. I
can get colors from music, but I've never heard of colors from breathing.
Well, I guess there's a color for everything, dude. It's like a red and blue alternation for me, you know.
What do you mean? So red when you're what? When you're breathing in?
Not even necessarily, dude. Because I think there's a thing called prana. It's just like
I've heard
astrophysical energy, and that stuff is just like it doesn't necessarily always have to be with your breath. Like you could be like on a different pulse than your breath, you know?
Yeah.
Because like I did it right now, and like it was just like straight red, but like on good days it's like alternating red blue, like a very very healthy like heartbeat, you know.
Do you have that, Matt?
Colors? I don't get colors much. I really don't
from breathing.
Not colors from breathing. I mean I don't really see colors.
Do you get it from music?
Synesthesia.
But that's the music though.
Synesthesiacally,
right?
Huh?
That's the music
Synesthesiacally.
I would say the only synesthesiac element I have maybe is just like I actually think that having a good ear where you can tell what notes are to some extent. Somebody said that was like sort of synesthesia, being able to hear notes or whatever.
Oh, so you're just like, bitch, I have
music.
I have perfect, what is it? Perfect pitch. Fuck all your colors. Fuck your Crayola box of music bullshit. My shit works. I don't need any little.
I don't have colors. That's what I'm saying. I don't have.
Because you got real man tools. I get it. You know.
So wait, I mean, like you're telling me if you like close your eyes, like right now, it's just.
I just imagine
pitch black.
scenes. It's like
no,
imagining stories.
Neon glowing. Yeah, there's like no neon glowing little things floating around in your eyes. Like,
if I push my eyes, I get
now that I'm
beams,
trying,
which are colors.
I see black like an X and then white, but that's because there's light.
Yeah.
On my eyes, you know. So it's only like I'm looking through an alien mask and shit.
Oh, okay, aliens. Now we're getting to the.
Okay, look, guys, aliens are real. Okay.
Aliens
Why
are
are aliens
real.
real? He doesn't even agree. He just gave you the. He just
No, aliens are that
Our concept
the
of what
other world
aliens
is
are.
made of aliens. It's just a bunch
Yeah.
of like little guys going.
Every time you have
Hey,
like the
hey.
left and the right angel just like telling you what to do, like those are just like there's an alien in like another world just like looking at a snowball going
wouldn't
like,
I-
Chris, don't do that, Chris.
But
No.
wouldn't we argue
And
that
you just
that's
hear
just
so true.
voices of our subconscious?
They're kind of you.
Yeah,
In fact,
but-
they're more you than you are.
Yes.
Yeah, but like what is our subconscious, you know?
Many people.
Yes.
That's the accumulation of many people, but who's to say they're people, you know? Like it could be like
The many entities of us.
many people going through the same thing in different there I go, same people again. Many things going through what we're going through at the same time.
The many parts of us that some of us are not even aware of exist.
There are many parts of the universe, dude.
When we talking about puppet illusions, like some of us are controlled by our subconscious and we don't even know that.
Oh yeah, I mean
We
they
don't,
they,
dude.
they there's some of them
I
behind
can't
you.
stop eating pizza, dude.
They're also in front of you, like laying down the railroad tracks of your life, and like they're making some shots, you know, because they want to see something.
That's one thing that scares me about destiny. I think I'm very fortunate to like have the opportunity to be like have my car struck by lightning, because I felt like I kind of chanced destiny. Like there was a good chance that my car could have like exploded or something, and like I remember like thinking that like, dude, I could have died. Like my car was hit by lightning, and like I'm still like walking, and like kind of gave me this like other like, what if I was supposed to die, and like what if death is after me? Because I had like a lot of like crazy like I'm being haunted moments, you know, and I was like, is this like death following me or something? And it was really kind of crazy, and I just kind of thought that maybe I cheated death and I'm changing like the rest of the world, because instead of me being gone, I'm like still here and walking. Now everything's like different. And like there was a really crazy year like 2 years ago, and that's kind of when that started happening. Just crazy. A lot of weird weather things and a lot of green flashes, but I kind of settled down and stopped being so crazy, put my head together, saved money, bought a house, and
Yeah, for
now
being
it's
like
time to
the
unleash
craziest member of the Boosh
I
Kids,
know,
you're the
it's-
first one with a house. Tommy
know,
Wong's
dude.
gonna get there, but
dude,
that is pretty trippy.
I was just fortunate enough to
Because you
land a
got
job,
a real
dude.
man job. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was just really fortunate to get a job. Thankful for it too.
Can you, if the subconscious controls us, can we alter the subconscious so that we can go to a path that
That's
we would
magic.
prefer? That's magic.
That's all magic is. Just talking to your subconscious and doing what you want.
So when I meditate, 'cause one of my meditations is self-talk. Is that magic?
It all depends on where it's coming from. Like I think if like because I if I were in your shoes, then like maybe I would be like meditating towards like some kind of like successful path, and like if it's got to go back to intentions. Like if you're trying to go there for selfish reasons, then I think it will backfire on you. But that's just like from my personal experience. Like, you know, if you try to do things for yourself, it doesn't really end up happening. But if you do things for other people and just kind of like happen to like carry yourself along, I think you kind of got to trick your mind into thinking it's not for yourself. It's for like the good of the world. Because as soon as you start getting like self-centered, you lose all the help from like the universe. And it's just like you pushing your own train. Well, the secret is to like kind of like trick the world into like thinking that, you know, you don't know what's going on, and that you're just like happily helping and like moving along and rowing your boat, and just in the back of your head always know which direction you're supposed to be going, you know? That's kind of how because I would do like these weird, like, you know, I would drink crystals, dude, and like I would think that it would make me like more powerful, but like in the long run, like I realized that was like a really, really foolish thing to do. But at the time, I was so certain and sure, and you know, like it was just, I don't know if anything is making sense anymore. You know, I have a mic in front of me, and I'm obligated to just fill it with words.
That's so hard, you know, to know what's just being like what's just being silly and like sort of trying to make some mouth noises.
Dude, yes.
And like what does it mean to just like be going in a direction, and how do you know when you're like falling off that without you sort of like walk yourself into a corner and you're like, man, I'm just like a silly person, and it like always happens. And it's like you're kind of sad. You're like, well, like nothing is different at all. I'm just kind of starting to see like this ridge of like when I fall off. And it's like if I could just like never sort of do that, I would like literally just be like another person, you know, just like always going right when there's this kind of like pit stop thing in like awkward situations, you know. I think that being detached.
Sometimes you have to die, dude.
You're looking for those.
Sometimes you have to jump off the
patterns.
cliff, dude. You have to walk off the cliff, dude.
Go even
telling you, man.
crazier than
Yeah, no,
than
that
not doing
I'm
it.
serious, dude.
Like just once you
That's
do
that's
the ridge,
secret. That cliff is there because they don't think you're gonna go past it. You know.
maybe it's
But
like
if you're really like standing on a cliff, don't jump off it, guys. But metaphorically, if you're at a cliff,
I stood
take a
off. I
jump,
stood
dude.
on a cliff twice, maybe more. But the two that come to mind, once in Puerto Rico
dang.
and once in Highway 1 somewhere in the middle of Cali in the middle of Cali, yes, in the middle of LA and San Francisco. And it's crazy because especially
that was a skyscraper.
it's this is a mountain skyscraper, but I mean like both of them, like there's no bars, there's no handles, there's nothing. Like the only
It's
thing,
just like
it's just
you
crazy looking down at it because you're literally like right there, like your feet are right there. One more step and you could fall, and it's just this interesting feeling of like
Yeah, I hate
so
that
close
feeling.
but so far, you
Like-
know.
Yep.
I'm the opposite of that. I don't like it at all.
I do like I don't want to jump, I don't want to die, I don't want to kill myself.
I can't
get
even
it.
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to
yeah.
that.
But
can't
I
even
do
go to
like
that
just being
place.
there on the edge and just like seeing it and seeing the water and
I do
like,
want to skydive though.
the rocks. You do want to skydive? Most people.
Someday.
Why you want to skydive?
So I can say I did, I guess. No,
I
to
want a
experience it.
skyland.
Guy. I want to fall upwards in
See,
space.
if you built a flying machine, man, maybe we could have done
Dang,
that.
man. I should have built that flying machine.
Fucked up.
the
Should've turned that
Schumann
into a
resonance.
table.
Do you not have the parts no more?
I mean, I do. I have like a piano iron that like vibrates till like
Why don't you tell
432.
people what the flying machine?
So basically, like, kind of like how you can play sound at something, and if it's tuned correctly, that sound can make it vibrate. You could like harness that vibration and get something to vibrate that's like really, really large if you have it tuned correctly. Like, imagine having like a triangle, and like the triangle is tuned to like B flat, and like you have like a B flat drone from like a speaker that you're just playing, and that B flat is making the triangle vibrate because of similar sound waves and sound frequencies, and like you just vibrate it so like rapidly that it kind of breaks. Well, there's also like, okay, because before I say it breaks like space and time, it's not just gonna do that. You gotta have like
Tech.
you gotta have like
you have to
other.
have tech. Yes, you have to have tech, man.
Well, honestly, like it's like, okay, so you have a root and a fifth, and you play them at the same time, you're gonna get overtone series, and like you're gonna get like a third and like other things. So basically, like when you play two notes, you can get like other notes to play just by having two notes perfectly in tune. So like my theory was that like if I have like this one object and I have something that's like in tune to fifth above it, and I play them both at the same time, then maybe like all the extra notes that come out of the overtone series would help like levitate it, you know? So it was kind of just like me finding out what like something rings to in the universe, and then finding what tunes to it, what like harmonizes with it, then harmonizing with that thing, and then playing the harmony really, really loud to like hopefully make it like vibrate uncontrollably until it starts to play.
I think you just
That was
need
my
more
idea.
power, man. It might be lightning, honestly.
Green lightning.
It might come down to that. Maybe that was the sign.
Lightning might be cool.
When are you gonna go skydiving, Matt?
I'm gonna go skydiving as soon as I.
In San
As
Marcos.
soon as I
the
think
world
to.
ends,
You could do it in San Marcos.
we're all gonna go
I
skydiving.
heard something about, what did I hear about the world ending? I was speaking to a Christian today, and she was trying to describe to me how
How we're all gonna
Is that-
skydive.
no how the
At
world
the
how
end
the
of
world
the
the end of the world isn't what
apocalypse.
you think it is. That's what she was saying. She's an interesting girl.
The end of the world was rap music.
Oh man.
She
Well,
says
what
there
is?
will always be people on this earth forever.
There will be Illuminati.
But no. What is the end of the world supposed to be? from her Christian point of view. Because I thought it was in Revelations, but it sounds like you're about to tell me something else.
It's the end of
It's
your
the hidden chapter of the Bible.
No. The hidden chapter in the Bible is right in front of you. It's Revelation, but it's a real story about you.
Here we go.
The end of the world happens to you. Everybody has one, so you have to, and there's no avoiding it. And
Wow.
I have nowhere to go with that. I think that's about
Mic
what I was
drop. I
trying
like
to say.
that. No, that's great. The end of the world happens to you. The Bible is you.
Exactly. It's the little people, just like trying to tell you without telling you.
Yo, Matt, do you want to tell me at all about Liz?
I don't want to talk about her.
Okay.
We're going to edit that out.
No, we're not.
Just don't even leave me. No.
We don't have to. If you do what you want, man. We don't
No,
have to.
she just she wasn't for me.
Oh, is that done too?
Yeah.
God damn, when you see people in moments in time, I'm like
No, it's actually it came down to something specific for me. I mean, like I don't know. I can't tell with people. I'm like really bad at knowing if people like me. So like that wasn't really it. Like I don't know. I think every guy, if they ask at like the right time, there maybe there's a chance, and maybe like it's wider for some people than others. Anyway, whether she liked me or not, that doesn't matter. I sort of had a life, not a change, but just a realization about what I wanted. And I don't think she would ever fit what that is. And I don't have to get into specifics. It's just like things about me and things about her,
Will it be weird when I finally put out that Liz song?
I contemplate like showing her like all the songs and like, you know what? These 7 songs,
You should.
they're all about you. Like what would a person say? What does a person say to that? But I don't know, like, cause
I showed
love
one
you.
girl.
I
I
don't-
showed San Marcos girl 3 songs, and she was like, "That's sweet." That's
So
all.
like, I'll buy you some steak.
yeah, that's
It's
probably
nothing, yeah, it's nothing, you know,
probably all
like-
it is. Like I
That
don't
was
like.
young Abe though. That's not current
Young
Abe.
Abe.
Probably don't give a fuck. Current Abe. Yeah, I was gonna say some truth, but it kind of sounds fucked up.
Man, I like
in
writing
order for me
heartbreak
to make it,
songs,
because
but-
I made a song about my friend who committed suicide. So I'm like, that's what it takes right now for me to
Yeah,
make a
dude.
song. But it was a tribute to him. It wasn't like like. But continue, man. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think it would be worth just like, first of all, just burdening her with that if I don't feel that way anymore anyway. And then second of all, it's just like disappointing if she's like, oh, thanks. It's kind of like stupid. So,
But at the same time, you get an authentic reaction.
yeah, I mean, like you never know with people.
You can't.
Everybody's
If you
different.
expecting something, then yes, there's a chance of disappointment. But you can show, and then
Yeah, and I think like
That's
it
it.
would be cooler if I like was maybe many years later I'm like, hey, I have some albums now, but this first one, it was about you. It's kind of sweet or whatever. It doesn't matter. We are who we are. But yeah, I just I do. There are things I'm looking for in people, and you meet some people, and then you realize some things about what you want, and
Alright.
so that
So
happens.
two things. Probably I'm gonna need more water. I'm sorry. The second, that was the first thing. The second thing, what are you looking for in people then?
Well, I think what's important for
Yeah, exactly, right?
I think like somebody who, well, I like the idea of the thing that sort of like makes you right for somebody is just sort of, well, I've heard personality is actually important, like the big 5 personality traits. Like if you vary too much on any one of them.
You've heard personality, or do you feel personality?
No. I mean, like it. I think research has indicated that if you vary too much on like one trait, you won't be able to negotiate a good future with that person.
I always
because
asked you for ice too. I'm so sorry.
you'll
Keep going, man.
it's more likely that you'll like diverge in terms of what you want, or you just won't be able to. No, I don't even think it's that. I think it's just like you can't really. There are conversations you won't be able to have correctly because you don't understand like how to reach them through the way that they see the world or whatever.
I'm a big fan right now of just being myself, and because while it alienates people, but like being like the truest form of myself, because while it alienates people, the people that do ride are probably some real motherfuckers,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And that's like for both things, like just friends or girls or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like I ain't trying to impress people anymore, yo. Like if I'm impressing you, you probably have an opportunity to give me money. That's the only time I'm impressing anybody right now. Otherwise, it's like, look, man, you ain't got time. This is what I'm talking about, baby. Let's get this cup of ice. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that.
But yeah, I mean, like,
Mm.
to some I think what the way they phrased it when I was studying psychology was just that, like, you have to be able to negotiate a similar future. And for example, if one of you just like absolutely doesn't want kids and the other one wants 2 or 3 kids,
I got friends right now who did divorce just because of that.
Yeah, so you have to be honest about certain things. There's this psychology professor who's sort of popular right now called Jordan Peterson, and he sort of talks about that, how you have to be really honest, because if like you go into something with that stuff not like worked out, that's gonna cause like big problems. So that, and you just like, if you marry somebody, you have to be absolutely sure that you're basically not going to get divorced. Like, it's just not an option. So that's like long-term stuff. So I'm looking for somebody to not divorce, you know? Basically.
That's what you look for in a person, the ability to not divorce.
That's tough though, man.
that's
So
that's
many
your
people
response,
are
Kra.
like
That's tough.
relying on like divorce nowadays.
Would you ever get divorced?
Wait, hold up. Did you just say that
Would
so
you
many
divorce
people?
me in like 10 years?
Did you just say so many people rely on divorce?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that, dude.
What do you mean they
Because
rely
like
on
I've
divorce?
never been
They let it
like.
be a possibility.
I mean, I remember like I was in like high school, wanted to marry, but like I'm mature enough to know like I am not ready to like even get married and like.
I think
I mean, I even got a girlfriend yet, you know. So like, but I do know that like there are like there's some statistic out there probably that's talking about like how people are divorcing more these years than they were back then, and like I guess like it's like a real challenge now to like stay like married, and I'm thankful to have parents that are happily married. But I mean, I don't know. I guess it's like popular now to like be in a divorced family.
it's popular. You make it sound like people are just trying to make.
It's like
that
trending, dude.
What the fuck you mean it's trending? I can't wait to find a girl to divorce.
I can't wait. I can't wait to divorce you in 10 years. No, that's horrible. But yeah, that's something to look forward to. Like actually, like being married to somebody for like ever, instead of like, because like even like now, like anybody, you're like, I don't know, maybe it's not anybody, but there's always like a divorce fear.
This is a redundant question, but like, how do you find somebody to not divorce?
Values and just have like similar kind of have enough similarity in traits to be able to get along.
You gotta get along. You gotta be yourself, and you can't really just like be who they want you to be.
I also think there's something to be said for maybe it's okay to be like man-ish and okay for women to be women-ish. The whole fluidity of not only genders but also roles is, I think, like psychologically damaging, because there are certain things that they're going to tell you should do. It's basically like dogma. Like, you shouldn't don't think of yourself as a girl who needs a man. That sucks, you know. So that's no good. We should sort of, even if people lose their gender, that doesn't mean we should suffer for like still wanting to cling to what we've had and what we know works historically.
I feel like I missed that. Like.
Yeah, I'm zoning, dude.
No, but I just mean just that particular. So wait, what are you saying again? Because it sounded like you saying like it's okay because now in this era where we're trying to do everything ourselves, but you sound like you're saying like it's okay for a man to try to be a man. It's okay for a woman to be a woman.
Yeah, like don't worry too much about whether it's culturally learned or not. You know, that's one of the things that's battled over. But like, even if you do tend to be a certain way, like I think
Like
part of it
accepting that
is
way?
like, yeah, I think like the internet has really made it so that like
Everything is definable.
The things that used to be private, like the way guys are, you know, like you know that there's a way that you talk with guys about girls, and I think just like that very way of talking, like because of the internet, I don't know, but like for some reason that's just like people can kind of see that now, so there's a fear that just being rude, let's say, is something that you should feel like ashamed of. I mean, like there is a way that you can be nice to girls even if you think like a male does, like there's no reason you can think of yourself as a man and her as a girl and it has to like make you respect each other less. Like there's just a lot of nastiness that goes with like trying to change our socially constructed roles or whatever.
Stop being nasty.
Yeah, there's a lot of nasty people and they can't like, they're taking the whole thing too personally, I guess. I don't know.
Yo, so I gotta use the bathroom. So I'm gonna let y'all keep doing this.
It's classics.
But after we come back, or after I come back, unless we're doing it as a group, because I just said we.
After we come back from the bathroom.
I'm gonna hit you with the life questions. Y'all need to keep saying shit, because I would like to just leave it going.
Okay, well,
Noriega
right.
gets up all the time in his podcast. I'm trying to keep that going.
Indeed.
So pick a stone at random.
Yeah, talk about this shit.
Blue.
It's a blue thing.
Lapis. No.
Lapis lazuli is
What's that thing?
yes.
Color blue. Let's spend the next 12 hours talking about the color blue, shall we?
The camera through which you are viewing our experience has a light on it that flashes blue. There is also a light that appears more regularly. It is red and not blue.
The opposite of blue is red.
I want to ask you a question. Why is this black light emitting blue light?
It's because
Why use words if they never mean
I was gonna say something
what
smart
they
and
are?
funny, but I was like really afraid that it would have came out racist. So I was like, no, let's not be racist against blue people.
Blue people? Is that what color they are?
Blue.
I've got the blues. The thing that's nice about blues is that you can
Cooling.
alter the chord tones to suit the color that you are feeling. For you see, blues is a spectrum. It's all the blues. That's why there's an S after the... It's not just one blues, because then it would just be called blue. Like, that would be boring if everybody just had...
What if like every key, every temperament had like a relative color to it? And like the higher it got, like the more like it would... The higher the frequency would get. So like instead of A440, A441, A442, it would get like more and more like red, The flatter it'd get,
like red shifts and blue
A432,
shifts.
A431, it would get like bluer.
Yeah, what he
That'd be
said.
cool.
There are a lot of hues in this room right now.
There are. I like having that black light and waking up in the morning because it's just like when you wake up and you turn on like regular lights, you're like, it's blinding. But when you turn on a black light, you're like, okay, Planet K.
Do you see stuff on your sheets though and all that shit or not?
No. No, I don't do those things. I do those in my closet.
Alright, so
No, I'm
no
kidding.
black lights in the closet?
No black lights in the closet. It'd be too bright. The floor would be too bright. No, I'm just
Alright,
kidding.
I'm gonna hit you with the life questions now.
Okay, let's go.
Both of y'all gonna have to answer all of them. It's a lot. It's a lot.
All right.
So the first one, y'all know, it's my famous question. What is your goal in life?
My goal in life is to pay off this house. To get another house that's like awesome, but away from the materialistic things and the pursuit of happiness. To have a grand piano. Oh, that's materialistic. Okay.
It's your question. You answer whatever.
My goal in
All
life.
you want is houses and pianos.
I think it would just go back to being like, to make my parents proud and to do some justice in this world. And if I could possibly change the course of my destiny, then do that. Because right now, I believe that I might be dying at the age of 43. So,
oh man, you can't just
if I could make
you
it,
can't just say that.
if I
shit.
could make it
Matt's
to like,
never gonna go now. Like,
Dude.
cause now I have to ask.
no, you just have. We'll just leave it there. You know,
No.
if I could live to 44 years old, then boom.
All right, first,
There's
why
my
are you
purpose
dying
in
at
life.
44?
Yo, is that sausage pizza?
Dude. Yes.
Where you see sausage pizza?
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
you want
sausage.
You want one?
Yeah, I would like a Pizza Classics.
Pizza Classics, by the way.
Pizza
Ape
Classics.
sponsor.
By the
Ape
way.
sponsor.
There was a day that I took you to get your car. You picked up your car for like San Marcos or something. You did a ride.
Yeah.
And
What are you doing next? Well, no, I won't even say it on mic just in
Thank
case.
you. but we'll just say
yeah.
that the sky kept on showing me the number 43. And I think like that was like one of the days when it was like solidified. Like, why am I always like just like being like
So this guy told you, but you
taunted
don't
with
know
this
why.
number 43? And then like literally like it was like line here, like lines that like made 43, and I was like 43 in the sky, eh? And you were just like talking to somebody in like some other like small room.
I remember that's why I tried to make you message, and I probably did make you message Sydney Corbin.
Oh yeah, you made me message Sydney Corbin. Dang, dude, that was a long time ago.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's beautiful. But that's all right.
But but you don't know how or why. This guy just says 43.
I kind of felt it at that moment, and it was a very like haunting, like, okay, no, change my ways.
How do you go about changing your destiny so it's not 43?
It actually kind of pushed me, you know. It kind of like made me like stop doing some things and start picking up some other things, and it made me
Made you buy a house.
maybe buy a house. It kind of like pushed me in like a good direction. So my life goal would just be to like live to 44.
You're like a whack kid from the hood. Like the hood people want to make it from the 18 to 18, 21.
Yeah.
You're like 44.
It's like suburb hood
Yeah.
guy.
That's the suburb struggle. Can we make it past 43 with stress? Dealing with stress.
Can we make it past 43?
All right, man. What's your goal in life?
My goal in life is the number 23.
You gonna be like Mike?
No, I'm gonna be like Kra.
No, but 23
That's my
is
dude.
Michael Jordan.
Oh, well, it's
The
a number you
number
see a lot of places.
23. Yeah.
23 pops up.
23
It's in The
pops up a lot.
Shining.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it? What is it doing in the show? I've never really seen that movie.
23 and 7 are just I don't know.
Seven's a
I don't
lucky
know if
number.
anyone knows. It's just like sort of
Those are
that's
prime
something
numbers.
they saw. That's something these elites saw.
Those are very,
and they were
very,
like
very, very
23 and 7 go
good
together for
prime
some
numbers.
reason. So my goal, you could say it's 23. You could say my goal is 23 and a little bit of 7.
Kobe was 8,
The
which is
seven's
one
a
more
great
better
number.
than 7.
Dude, I used to always say
Kobe was also 24.
I used to always tell Matt this. It'd be like, it takes 2. 3 is better. The secret is 4. And like I live by
That's why
that.
the Boston
3 and 4 is
Celtics got a
7,
title because they
2,
have
so.
4 players.
Yes, everything makes sense in those contexts. It takes 2. 3 is better. 4 is the secret. And I really shouldn't even be telling you guys the secret, but if you're listening to this, you got the secret. It's 4. All right. There.
Fuck that
4
secret
is,
on
4 is
Oprah.
the cardinal directions, and the force to the north. That's 4 things in one.
Is 4 a better secret than the book The Secret?
Since I haven't read the book, I would say yes.
I think that's just about the universe. Like if you believe it, it happens.
Oh. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's a visualizing it first. I don't know. I guess it's always like a I gotcha moment when
Me
like,
and
I see
Juan-
like 4, like because there was like a really good show with us, and it was just 4 of us, you know, in the Boosh Kids. It was like you.
Yeah, but when we had 6, it was pretty badass.
Yeah,
though.
it was great.
Like-
yeah. But like, and that's true, you know. But like, 4 is a good number.
Me and Juan, you mentioned visualization. What do y'all think of the idea of? Because everybody's always like visualize, make it happen, but Wong spoke about it, and then I was like, it's funny because I had heard about it too. The idea of if you visualize it, it creates the idea of doing it already, so you never do it. So it creates a paralysis
Oh
of
yeah,
non-action.
I remember hearing that, and that kind of because I remember hearing the other schools of thought was like, you visualize it, it'll come true.
Yeah,
You visualize it too much, then like it you already like experienced that euphoric state.
So you never do it.
Might not. You never do it. And like I felt like I might have been cursed with that, like kind of situation. So I mean, yeah, I support that idea. Like it all just comes down to like how much willpower you got into you.
What you think of that, Matt?
Willpower and breaking down. And
No, the idea of like
Like, if
visualization.
you visualize like a thought,
Oh yeah,
it'll come
that's
true.
that's training your subconscious. It's
But
what
if
I was
you-
saying
but
earlier.
if you visualize a dream to the point that like it becomes like over visualized, then you'll like
It happened just like off in
it-
another life that was a little
Yeah.
less complicated
Your
than
brain
yours.
gets the
you won't
same-
even like pursue it anymore because like the idea of it is already like
your brain gets the
pleasing
same
enough.
stimulus.
I think when you
Yeah.
imagine something, that's you imagining that actually happening in that same instant off in another part of your hidden countless lives.
You're tapping into the alternate dimensions.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
subworld, the left.
The left eyebrow directional.
So is it, what's your goal in life, or is it just the numbers you mentioned?
To be like 23.
Actually,
How hard is that to understand?
actually, 23 is sinister. I just remembered there's another
It is a
connection.
very.
All I hear is be like
it's a
Mike every
devilish
time you
number,
guys
dude.
keep saying that.
You know what?
shit.
You know
Be
what?
like 23.
You know what chaos magic is?
No,
Because I don't.
Chaos magic is like throwing like rocks and like on like was like picking this up, throwing it down, and like studying all the chaos and like finding patterns inside of it. And,
Yeah.
like, that's what chaos magic means to me.
He's
But
like,
also it's
"You're
kind of
wrong."
like-
he's like you're wrong.
It's kind of like taking like a lighter and like moving it like barely like a millimeter to like any direction, and like ultimately changing the course of its path because you moved it slightly.
Is he right?
Discordianism centers around the number 5, which is like 2 plus 3. So that's their like 5 is like there's
23 is
something
right in front of us, dude. Sorry, Matt.
No, I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. I don't know why would 5, because 5 seems like a nice number,
5 is evil, dude.
There's something weird about it.
5 is 23. You just said it yourself.
Like 3 is
5 is bad though.
3 is a
That's something
triangle.
I feel too. Maybe it's because we have 5 fingers and we're like spawns of demons or something. I don't
Would
know.
you ever?
what's my goal in life though?
What is your goal?
I keep
let's
saying
go,
that.
Let's go back to our goal.
I keep saying
number 23.
See, I'm using like my
2 eyes.
low resolution picture, let's say, like spiritual, like that's humanity is a very specific thing, and we are very compacted molecules doing highly detailed things, and it's hard to like always be in that spirit realm, and I think that's like
Yep.
why that makes your dreams too big. So chaos is like the thing that's interesting about chaos is like they talk about how you can't believe in one thing too much. I think like you aren't supposed to take any one thing too seriously, kind of anti-authoritarian. But I think the secret is that like you can get anything you want, and if you ask for something crazy, you're gonna have to like pay some kind of consequence.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's why you shouldn't like
It's like a fighting game when you use a special beam and you have to use meter.
Want
Is that
to
the
rule the
consequence?
world.
yeah
Because if you want to rule the world, your body and your mind and your destiny will put you through a path that will potentially make you rule the world, but
At
it's
what
not going to
cost?
be very fun
yeah,
because
it's like you
the
weren't
cost
you
of
weren't
ruling the
specific
world.
enough. So
Yeah, dude, no, that's true. Because like I wanted to be a rock star, and like I got this teaching job,
then
and
you became
I became a rock
terrible.
star, dude. Look at all these rocks in front of me, dude. Good one. No, but even like at my job, like the kids, like especially the first year I was teaching, they were like crazy, dude. Like I'd walk in a cafeteria, it'd blow up, they'd be like, "Wow, and I was like, yeah, I'm a rock star, strutting around elementary school. But it was cool. I liked it.
I still can't believe you're a
Yeah,
teacher.
it was like
I still can't.
wrong rock star dreams. Okay, let's go back to the multi-million-dollar. But there I go.
So is that your answer, Matt? Even though it's like a convoluted answer. for
So I
many people.
haven't really. I've answered it, but like on a
different plane.
different channel.
Got
let's
you.
say I gotta tune into my human form here. That's
Should
what's-
we
see? That's what I want, to be able to like think like a human whenever I want to, because it's like you go somewhere
go?
and like I am who I am. Some people maybe they get annoyed with it because like I don't give them what they want because they don't think like that. It's like some people just don't really think. Like it's like I am dialed like a little bit to the left, let's say, and if you can do something that gives you more tools to deal with what people are actually like, rather than just like staying out there in la la land,
So you need to use Google Translate.
Google is Google is where the subconscious lives now. They're looking for everyone. They're looking to find out about everyone.
Facebook is taking pictures of your faces.
Yeah, like there's so much weird stuff going on right now, probably. Either that or they just want you to think that there is something weird going on. I think there's like a spiritual sort of mindset being pushed by like, important people. And I think it's like very easy to get wrong. And I think some people might be using it to their advantage to spread confusion right now. Because I think there are enemies in the world. And like, I think spirits do try to exploit dangerous things in the world, for their own gain. And they do it through us, So that's why you have to keep a good hold on your wishes. So yeah, my goal right now, because I could look at it in terms of what I want to accomplish, like by the time I'm dead, or just like, do the 5-year thing people do. I'd really like to have this album just for me completed I'd say within the next 5 years, but I wouldn't call it a 5-year goal, It's just like a little too... It's just a deadline rather than like, oh, this is my 5-year thing. Like, I don't know, I could finish it in a year. Anyway, album, convert that into a show. I want to be really good at trumpet, like within 2 to 3 years. I'd say like, I already like made some improvements, but I'm just like not quite flexible enough. And that's what I think I would really like to do.
Right.
So trumpet and songs, and as far as life goes, just like stay alive, honestly. Like there's some crazy stuff going on.
45 instead of 45.
No, let's see. You're 35. Let's make it to 35.
Are you like super close to that already?
Well, that's about 5 years. No, let's make it to 45. 43. Let's
wait,
exactly like you said.
43.
He died at 43.
That might be the number. I die at 40.
Not you, him. Like,
No, I was doing a character.
Terrifying.
I got you. All right, so this is the next one. It's round 2. Round 2 has 6 questions. Who do you have compassion for?
The poor.
Why?
Because I'll just go there, dude. I teach the poor, dude. And I had a much different childhood than they did. And my first like
Why you're like, fuck the poor? He's like laughing at this. I know.
Oh, I saw it happening. It was really good. It was like
funny about the poor children.
it was like bloop. It was the sound. It was so good.
I shot water everywhere, man.
no. We swear Matt Hill's a good person.
I
don't want to say like I pity them, but like I have a lot of compassion for them, and like I remember if anybody were to tell me like, dude, you need to stay after work, like after a long ass day, I'd be like, no, I'm gonna leave. But like if there was like a little kid that like was waiting for his parents, I would definitely like wait. Or like if there was like a kid that needed help on his homework or invites me to their birthday party, like I would actually like make an effort to like go and like kind of support and back up these kids that I teach, because I didn't have the kind of childhood that they do, and like I just feel I guess ashamed of the world for allowing things to happen, unfortunate things to happen to kids,
Matt.
Who do I have compassion for?
Yeah. You said it so angry, like Who am I gonna
do
crush with my compassion?
Have compassion for, huh?
I have compassion for myself alone. No, that's not true.
I like that.
Joke.
I'm gonna laugh at whatever you say.
He's just waiting. He's just waiting.
I have compassion for clowns because no one likes them. Laugh at clowns.
Fuck the clowns.
That's not what I was looking. Fuck the clowns. I have compassion for the innocent part of myself that still I believe has not been lost. That can do good in the world. No, and
I like that you're laughing at your own answer.
No, because it sounds selfish.
There's no.
Everybody has.
The childhood heart.
Everybody has like a part of them that needs to be encouraged. So if there's a way to like practically get to sort of the heart of somebody to help them to, I feel sorry for people our age because there's a lot of confusion right now. That's what I'm really getting at. We're kind of, nobody really wants to work. A lot of people don't really want to have kids. Like we're being shut down for some reason. And I think somebody wants that, to be honest.
Yep.
And so we have to figure out who's trying to shut us down. And I won't say what we have to do, but it's not going to be like easy, you know? Like we're going to have to put in some work at some point in our lives. And I think everybody grows up, you know, like even if it's just growing up to die, basically, like, but it doesn't always have to come to that. So maybe we can still save our generation.
Damn. So compassion for
Together we could take down the elite.
the what
No, I
gen?
don't
What
think take down? Just sort of like get them to leave
Just
us
read
alone.
what gen are we?
Why?
Why? Compassion for Gen Y. All right.
That is my answer.
Generation Y.
3 things that you are thankful for in your life, personal life, career, whatever. You know, just 3 things you're thankful for.
I am thankful for having the opportunities to play with a bunch of awesome musicians, and I guess to have like the friendship of these musicians as well. Like to just be surrounded by like so much like talent and drive for like the music life, and I just kind of am really thankful to have those kind of people around me, because even when I don't want to do anything music related, there's always somebody who is, and I could just kind of get back off of them and play saxophone. And the second thing that I'm very thankful for having is Pizza Classics. Because you look all around San Antonio for like
all
a
around
good
this podcast.
piece of pizza, and like you just can't find it unless you go to
Sausage
Pizza
is great.
Classics. If Adam Sandler ever listens to this podcast, Adam Sandler, you got to check out
Hey, when's he moving
Pizza
here?
Classics. All right.
So you guys
San
believe
Antonio.
that story that he's moving here?
Is he not?
You know
I
what?
can believe
I'm
that
gonna
he's not.
believe
I'm
that
ready,
story.
but I don't have
Hey,
no
I'm
reason
gonna
to
believe that
believe it.
He probably like maybe he's here and he has a bunker and he's just like isn't like telling everyone when or where, who knows.
All right, so
But,
Pizza Classics.
Adam Sandler, you're not funny. I'm sorry.
Damn. I guess he's not coming up.
Okay, Adam.
I guess
look,
he's not.
just because he's that.
Grandma's Boy is the worst movie I've ever seen.
There
Oh
we
my
go.
God.
There we go.
Right. Look, he wasn't even in Grandma's
He wasn't
Boy.
in Grandma's Boy,
Because
but
he
but
directed it.
Happy Gilmore.
It's so bad that you pay the price for it. All right,
Yes.
Adam Sandler, this is your fault.
And my number 3 thing that
Look,
I'm thankful for,
I'm sorry.
before Anthony keeps on attacking Adam Sandler,
Matt's gonna attack all of Hollywood one by one.
I guess I'm very thankful for I guess acceptance, because there's been a lot of times when I was just I don't want to say at my worst, but I was just like barking up the wrong tree. And I still have the same friends I had back then today. So I guess I'm just thankful for acceptance. Final answer.
Matt. Feel like even though you go second, you don't think of the answer till it's your turn.
No, No, it's like trying to catch a wild unicorn, man. It's like I'm thinking about it the whole time, so I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't think about how to start it. But that's all about. I'm thankful that I have like sort of a fun, silly mind that can stay, sort of out there a little bit. So it's good to figure yourself out, and I don't think people should explore for as long as they think they should. But I'm thankful that I have like a nice, good brain that's not too rigid, but that's not like, unmotivated either. So it's good to be an artist, I guess, is what I'm saying. And we can all do a little better, but I'm thankful for the chance. So yeah, thankful for brain. I guess brain and chance are the same. No, not. It's
his answer. He does whatever he wants.
I'm sorry. Brain and chance, though. Let's think about this, okay?
Brain and chance.
Brain.
I'm thankful for Norm Macdonald. He's
Dude,
hilarious.
Norm is hilarious.
Norm Macdonald's.
Norm is really good friends with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he was on his show. Actually,
I'm surprised you didn't say we all make mistakes.
We all make mistakes. Okay, Norm, I'm not gonna hold that against you.
No,
Norm, you had a good show when it was on.
No, I'm I don't know. Maybe Adam Sandler like was so funny that they just like sucked him up and made him do like these soulless husks of movies. Like maybe
he was like the Michael Jackson of comedy, and Norm Macdonald was like the Mitch Hedberg of comedy.
Yo, so brain and chance.
Brain and chance. Brain
This guy's
slash
giving
chance.
Mitch Hedberg some Hedberg.
Man.
A dog is forever in the push-up position.
That's what you're thankful for?
That's a Mitch Hedberg.
I was about to say.
I was like, is that Norm Macdonald? Because that was brilliant.
No, Mitch Hedberg.
So much respect for Norm now.
In another way. No,
man.
Mitch Okay.
So,
Third thing.
Brain, chance, Norm Macdonald. Our brain and chance are the same thing.
Norm Macdonald.
Norm
and who else?
Macdonald and whom or what else am I thankful for? The third thing.
This is a Thanksgiving
Okay.
show.
I'd like to say thank you for inventing the internet and showing us something real cool.
Shout out to Al Gore.
But
Shout out to porn.
fuck you for thinking that you
this is his thanks.
can predict my behavior, that you can take the things that I say and try to use it against me, if that's what you're planning. So thank you.
Was
and
that
also
to mother
fuck you.
Google or father Facebook?
Stay out of my head.
No, DARPA.
Are you reading my thoughts?
Oh,
DARPA, get out of here with your
dang.
shit. Fuck.
He dropped it. He
Shout
said
out
it.
to Homeland Security.
Man, we're all gonna get assassinated now.
Wait.
We're all gonna get assassinated
All
because
right.
of y'all.
It's a fun life.
So the next one. And Matt, I want you to think about this because I can tell this one might give you some issues. So think about it. Don't think about it when it's your turn. One person that you would forgive, that you want to forgive, and one person you want to forgive you, and why, if possible.
Good.
I hope that came on the mic. I was like, oh god.
This is deep, guys.
Man, yeah, deep cuts. There we go. Oh, Matt going first? Let's go.
I'm sorry, Brittany.
I don't know who's Brittany.
She's a person.
And why? But why?
I hurt you.
I know, but why? Like how? Like what happened? This is what I'm trying to say.
we were too young, and I just.
Is this gonna incriminate you? Now I'm getting scared.
Oh.
I was like, wait.
No, we were young kids, and we shouldn't have like hurt each other with our words so much. And I have grown up some, but I should still tell you that I feel bad for being so somebody I want me.
Are you using Morse code as your answer?
No, I'm still thinking about
Do
that
you want to
last
go cry
answer.
while he
Yeah.
thinks of that?
So, I am going to forgive nobody. You're all dead to me. I'm just kidding.
I didn't even answer the right question.
I'm not even sure, dude. Like,
You said forgive, not apologize.
this one, like,
Wait, what? What? Like, I mean, okay. I want someone you want to forgive you, and vice versa.
Oh, so I did that one first.
yeah, you did do. Yeah,
Okay.
you did it right. You just didn't get the other half here because you still didn't think. So you fine. You know, because I was like, wait, now we're gonna separate. But now you fine. Go cry. Unless
think-
you have your answer, go cry.
I mean, like, surprisingly enough, there was another Britney that I had in mind too, but
Damn.
it was just like
To all the Britneys out there,
just any
Spears,
any
all
girl
of them.
that any girl that I said I loved you to,
Damn.
and that
To all
actually
the
like
girls I loved before.
actually like thought that I did love them.
Mm,
I'm sorry, I didn't really know what love was until
till Google came.
Google came and I asked Siri what it was, and it really wasn't.
I had it wrong.
Sorry, I know Google, it doesn't have Siri. Google has like Alexa or something. So I asked Alexa what love was because she's spying on me 24/7, you know, so she should know more about it. Nah, man. I don't really have that many regrets, and like I don't look and like go back and like say, please forgive me, I'm sorry. You know, like I kind of just have to like swallow it and keep on moving. And that's kind of healthy for me because I spent a long time of my life kind of like doing that and just like seeking forgiveness. And you know, if I were to forgive anybody, I'd forgive my past self for like being that bish and like I guess like hiss ass-ish. And then yeah, I just you didn't even need that in your life, dude.
So forgiving Brittany, and you don't need no one else to forgive.
That she forgives somebody I want to forgive me.
Yeah.
I'd like her to forgive. Yeah, that's what I. Okay.
Oh, same one.
In terms of who I would be. I don't know, a bunch of people online who are jerks to me for no reason. Just like when I make comments and then they're like, you're so fucking dumb. Like, it's so obvious how fucking stupid you are. Like, you know, like some people believe that. And like, you know, I think everybody kind of like when they read it, like they go through maybe like a day just thinking about like, am I really stupid, you know? So like, I forgive you for running your stupid fucking mouth and making me feel bad. Everybody has a hard time seeing a person they don't know online as a real person. So I won't be mean. Maybe you'll stop being mean, and we can sort of maybe create a better kind of communication system online.
There you go. There you go. All right, the next one. Where you guys see yourselves in 3 years?
Paying off this house right here, doing another podcast. No, in 3 years, hopefully I see myself in shape, not eating pizza classics every day.
Every other day.
Every other day, you know.
Is that still a thing? Are you really eating it every day?
No.
Okay.
No. Nah, but yeah, dude, I do want to get in better shape than I am right now.
Tell you, man, walk every day, man.
Walking
It's
out every
Is
day.
the simple thing. Obviously, if you have get ripped goals, that's something different.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt.
3 years. I want to have like a show that I'm doing, that I'm sort of running, and maybe like maybe be doing like a
That's a better answer.
residency, I guess, like just somewhere where you're, because you know, like with John Droz, it was sort of like a season and then we stopped. But just to be able to say like, oh yeah, we're playing at the blah blah blah, and you know,
Every Friday,
a lot
or
of people
something.
come to our events, and we're a known thing or whatever. Just
That'd be cool.
Just to have like some awareness. I don't, you know, it's. I think there's a huge mistake when people think about like the superstar life. I think superstar is a psychologically damaging concept for a lot of people. But like for example, Small World here in San Antonio, they just play jazz, and like they've built up a good reputation and a good.
Is it
like,
group?
Yeah,
Okay.
a good product, and they.
Do I
that's
know
what
them?
It's old. Well, they're you've been to the jam session.
The
at
Barmacy,
right?
Crew?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're older, you know. older than
Yeah,
they're a generation ahead of us, basically. So like, but they just have like a good, respectable, just like a music small business that they do. So like, just to be able to have a vehicle at all would be nice. I don't subscribe to the superstar model of reality.
All right, next is the perfect day. What is the perfect day?
This is gonna have to be the last question because I'm gonna have to go to bed soon.
We're almost done.
All right,
You could do it.
The perfect day would have to be any day in San Antonio when it's cold.
So that 1 week in January.
Yeah, that one little 1 week stretch in San Antonio when it's cold. Those are good days, man. You get to go outside and not sweat. But I mean, yeah.
Day. Dude, man, it's like
Every question is like a boss for him.
it's like gently raining and you and your spouse are both off work.
Wait, so
And
not even yours? Like just just mine?
This is your
Me and my
perfect
spouse
day.
that I
me
don't
and my
have yet?
spouse are at home and it's gently raining and we hold each other and we're both off of work and we just don't feel bad at all, but we know we're doing things. So I don't know that.
Is that your answer?
But we know we're doing things.
Is that your answer?
It's the
Here,
perfect
wait.
day.
Let me just say it again in different
man.
wording. Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry.
it's both of our days off work. Me and my spouse, who is married to me, and we have
Hence the word spouse.
we have a nice day in, and it's rainy, and then it clears up, and then we go for a walk, and then we go to sleep and go to work the next day.
Sounds like
So a day being married,
yeah.
Just a normal life.
All right.
a normal life, dude.
Where does your strength or willpower or whatever come from to carry on? Like, where does the will to carry on come from? Does it come from faith, a higher power,
From the visions.
belief? From the visions. What are the visions? This is one of a few times you're going first. What are the visions?
The visions are like you play out stories in your head of like what you're like, oh look, there's me like doing something, and maybe it's you like, being important in some way. And it's like not every vision is gonna come true, but like you have to find out the patterns in your vision that make sense. So like there are things that I dream about and that everybody dreams about that like are not impractical. And even to do stuff where you do, like it's up to you how prominent you want to be, but everything's within reason as long as you don't take everything too literally. Because like some of my visions are crazy, and you also have to not. Again, you have to be careful what you wish for. Just like, don't be like, hate the world so much, I just want it to end somehow. Don't be like that, because then that just comes back on you.
Yeah.
And makes you like
More negative.
Just want to die.
Yeah.
So just finding the practical patterns and whatever force that is that looks for those patterns is, I guess, the strength. Just the intelligence and the strength.
Kra.
I get everything that I am from my parents, and I'm just an extension of them. And luckily, they had good parents, and their parents were good, and so forth. And I kind of, the thing that pushes me the most is just like, I guess, making my parents proud and like letting them know that like, I'm gonna be all that I can be, I guess, or I'm gonna be able to take care of myself at least and put a house over my head, and when they're gone, they don't have to worry about me, and that kind of stuff. So that kind of pushes me forward, Like at first I didn't want to play this game, this whole like because like that's kind of what life is now. It's just like go to job, earn some money. It's like Monopoly, kind of just like in real life. It is a game, and you have to play it well in order to succeed. And I think I kept on going through the motions after my heart was out of it. Just like, everybody goes through that. Everybody questions their career in college. Do I really want to be a music major and that kind of stuff? And I remember when I was doing that, like it was just like non-negotiable. Like you need to do this because this is what's going to get you a job, And that ultimately was so I can support myself and not be supported by my parents. That striving for independency, which wasn't like I'm running away from them, but more like I need to show them that I am worthy and able to take care of myself. So yeah.
All right, the final one. So then you can go to sleep.
Final question. I'm asleep, dude.
This one is called
Sorry, school night.
I like, I wish, I wonder. I like that I did. I wish I had done. I wonder what would have happened if.
I like that I played that show at on St. Patrick's Day.
San Marcos.
And I like that me and Tommy Wong and I think Matt, but I'm not sure. No, Matt walked off, but like it was me, Tommy Wong, and somebody else, maybe Daniel Bentley. We were just like walking around, and Tommy was just like flirting with chick left and right,
Yeah,
just
man.
like going up to chicks. Going,
I wish I could
I
have.
didn't mean to say this, but you effing cute, like, and she's just like all like digging
I
in.
wish I
and,
could have
like,
stayed there that night because we popped off real hard that night.
Yeah, we did.
But that San Marcos, the San Marcos girl is there, so I'm usually in awe of her. So I just kind of went because she wanted to leave. But fuck, I would have loved to just interact with the crowd more that night and just see him do shit with the crowd.
It was like I like, I wonder, I what?
I like, I wish, I wonder. So I like.
So I like that show. I like that
Yeah.
experience. I wish that we would do more. And I know you said
Like, I'm
like
looking at you, Abe.
when things get together that it's going to be coming back, and I'm looking forward to that. So
That's
for that.
more like of when I have so much money I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, and we're gonna tour Japan, South Korea,
and that goes to, I guess, like
and Europe.
goes back to like that whole like what Tommy Wong said. He was just kind of trying to get me to like put myself out there and like flirt with chicks, and I was kind of all like self-conscious of myself, and just like I wonder if like I was brave enough to like take the step to like actually talk to those chicks, that maybe something would have come out of that, So that's my answer.
Matt.
I like Boosh Kids. I wish they would do another show. I wonder when.
That's real good. That's right.
But
All right. Any so this is the last words, and if y'all got places that y'all want to plug or where to find y'all, if y'all want to be found on the internets.
don't look for me, please. Whatever you find will be garbage.
Do you not want to find you could hear these guys on some of the
Oh yeah, dude.
Boosh
But like,
Kids
hey,
stuff.
look, if you're like I said, if you're bored, look up Los Nahalatos. It's like the recent Tejana gig that we got.
Okay.
Or look up Jungle Noise. It's a great band. Look up the Boosh Kids. It's awesome stuff. Look up the All American,
I don't know what that is. You tell me. You tell me.
the North American Pharaohs.
Okay.
It's my roommate's band. North American Pharaohs. They used to be the Morning Owls, but they lost that name. So now they're the North American Pharaohs, which is a better name. We're just gonna say that.
Do you want to give some of your secret SoundClouds?
Secret. Okay, if you look up Kra La 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 Kuka,
Oh no, one's going to this.
KRALALAKOOKA. I mean, I don't know who would ever do this.
I'm gonna
but
try.
if you want to do this,
I'm gonna try to type that out so it could be a link. But if this shit takes me
man,
nowhere,
that would be so sad. But yeah,
Any
like,
other secret SoundClouds? You said you had multiple.
I mean, let's not go there.
All right.
But yeah, go band.
And the Instagram or not?
No.
This is like Matt.
Hold on, I'm making a Twitter right now.
He's like, I'm making a link.
I want y'all to get over here.
But while you make that, you also have your SoundCloud. You could give
Yeah,
out that
but I'm
At
one. Like fuck
Tennessee-
my music. I don't want
Tennessee
you there.
Fields.
I'm multi-platforming, or I don't know what it's called. I don't do this,
So yeah,
man. But I'm gonna make it right now. So by the time if you're
Hashtag
actually
Rick and
listening
Morty.
to this, it'll be a thing.
I mean, I could always give the link, but
Hashtag Boosman
Let
staff.
me just check on the availability of this name because if I give you this,
he's
it would
Tennessee
suck.
Fields on SoundCloud though.
Yeah. So that's true. I'm about to. Oh wait.
Shout out to James Quintero.
Mm. He
Hold
just
on.
got engaged.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, to that girl that would be at our shows a lot.
Yeah, she's beautiful, dude. It's a good catch. Good for you, man.
He probably don't listen to this show.
It's all right. He's got better things to do. I feel you. What about who else? We're shouting out to
Tommy Wong,
Tommy Wong. Every song is not
Adam.
about weed.
because he did play.
Adam.
Mark played in the group.
At first, this song was not about weed.
Yeah.
But while I got that stuck in my head,
Shit, that guy Joakim, your guy. That's how I would say his name wrong. But did you make this name yet or no? Because now we're just holding up the podcast.
Hold on.
Just give me the link and it'll be in the comments or something.
Wait.
shout out to mosquitoes, man. Stuck on my blood. You know, I hope your guys are cloning me somewhere.
I'm gonna have to end it, dude.
Okay. At TN Fields 3, number 3.
There you go.
TN Fields 3.
Look out for the album Kra 43, Arc 43. Arc spelled backwards is
I forgot
Kra.
about the art.
Get ready.
All right, man.
Coming
that's
out
it.
in 15 years.
Bake that chicken, smoke that turkey. Boosh.
Bake that chicken, smoke that turkey.
Thanks for listening.
Pizza Classics.
Nah, let me stop. I remember you, Leon and me, went to Whitestone to see a classic movie to be, but too young were we for Bruce Willis stories. Still your best, some nice stories. Sixth Sense was the movie, but as kids it was poopy. We all young, so we don't pay rent. Means extra money to spend. That being said, we too cheap to take a bus. We walk over there, we don't give a